Good morning, everybody. How are you today? It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce, Friday morning, November the 12th, 2021. And we're finishing off another week of interesting times. Hope you had a good week. Hope you made some money this week. It's been a most revealing few days with all kinds of corporate developments and financials coming out and all that kind of stuff. Some of you are doing rather well this week on your option writing, which I'm really proud of you folks. Watching my classes and figuring out how to do this, and you're bringing in capital, and you got it, man. You're on the track. You're doing it the right way. All kinds of stuff going on as usual, and I'll cover a little of everything as we try to, cover markets in plain English. For those of you who've never been here before, if you've never watched me before, or you've had a friend say or a relative say, "Oh, I watched this guy. He's called Uncle Bruce. I watched this guy, and you should watch him." And you've been badgered into watching me. I'm sorry. This is all you're gonna get. This is as good as the face can be. I ain't pretty, but I try to break it down into plain English for you as to what is really happening out there. A little background on me: I'm 66 years old, and lost more hair than I've got left. And I don't trade the markets. I only comment on the markets. I used to be a stockbroker. I was a desk trader. I was a branch manager, vice president of a brokerage firm. I was a partner in a brokerage firm. It's just a little highlights of my career. I took a company public with a buddy of mine. We became business partners and still remain friends. Took a company public. We ran it for a while, and then we sold it to other people, and we moved on. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been a retailer on a number of levels. My father was a retailer, and I inherited a lot of that. And I've lived offshore in the Cayman Islands for a couple of years, and I was an offshore asset manager, which is another way of saying I was a stockbroker offshore. Learned a lot about that world, I'll tell you. And I've been consulting. I've consulted for a lot of companies to help raise capital, corporate finance work. And now I'm a YouTuber. And I've been a YouTuber for 4 years. Started in 2017. Started a channel called Traveling with Bruce, TWB I call it, Traveling with Bruce. It's still up and running. I'm just not as active on that channel as I used to be. But I started this channel, Stock Markets with Bruce, June of last year, of 20, June of, I tell you right now, I am losing track of time. I think it was June of 2020. This channel came into its own in January of this year when GameStop shares and AMC shares and all kinds of other meme stocks showed up and came in. And I realized a lot of folks out there were desperately trying to figure out what is going on, what does all this mean? And I thought, well, I'll go live during market hours and talk to people about what's happening with the markets. Let me turn on my little light here. There we go. Hello. I'll try to explain to you what's going on in plain English. And I had no idea that just sitting in front of my computer describing what's going on in the markets and beginning to, well, what happened was you folks would tell me what you wanted me to tell you, and then I would figure this out that, oh my gosh, you guys need all kinds of help with regards to what's going on out there, because many of you, almost all of you out there, you don't have a broker. You don't have a stockbroker. You don't have anyone you can call. No one will call you. You're on your own. And I thought, oh boy, I got to help you people out with the basics of the markets and globalize you guys. I've got to get you out of your shells. I got to get you thinking outside of your neighborhood. I got to get you thinking outside of your towns, your cities, your states, your provinces, your districts, wherever, whatever, your countries. I had to get you thinking globally about the big picture so you could understand how something happening in Beijing could affect you in Akron, Ohio, or it could affect you in Medicine Hat, Alberta, or in Bath, England, or wherever you are. And no matter what your age and what you do, you got to know what's going on. And you're not getting that info. anywhere. You're not getting it. I mean, I have a tough time finding it. I'm constantly searching everywhere for what's going on out there. That was January of this year. Then I realized quickly that a lot of you had never been in the market before. You're newbies to the market because of the COVID disaster. And this is why I keep thinking, well, when did I start this channel? Because COVID kicked in February of 19. I was going live on this channel January of 21, excuse me, and here we are now in November 21, and this channel keeps evolving. As I said earlier, I started off by talking about GameStop. Then I had to educate you guys on how the markets work. And now I am not only following GameStop and keeping on top of the markets, but I'm now educating you folks on how to bring in income from your portfolio that, shockingly to me, so many of you have portfolios of a certain wealth or value, and I don't know why you have day jobs. This is my slang version. So many of you out there don't need to be working for anybody. I don't know why you guys have jobs. Some of you have so much wealth, unrealized wealth. You have no idea, what to do with it. You're afraid to touch it, move it, and I get it. I'm totally with it. But I started conducting one-on-one get-togethers. I had a viewer just ask me one day, do you do like one-on-one consultations? Because I love watching you and I love listening to you, and I try to get a question into you with all the other comments that are going through there, which are insane. You only read 1 to 10 comments, 1 out of 100, but that makes sense because you get thousands of comments every show. How can you possibly read every one of them? But do you do one-on-ones? Because if I could talk to you for like an hour privately, you're on this side of the screen over here, and I'm on this side of the screen. We could just do this. I think I'd learn a lot more, for my situation, because again, everyone's situation is different. And so I began to offer one-on-one consultations, and that started in February, I think it was, and I'm still doing it. Saturdays and Sunday mornings, I offer one-on-ones for any of you who would like to go over the whole picture. I have people who contact me and say, okay, here's the deal. In the last 10 years, this is what happened. Or 10 years ago, this is my situation. Then this happened. And now this has been going on. Or everything was fine, or everything was running along, or whatever was going on. But in the last 1, 2, 3, 4 years, this is going on now, and this is coming. I see this event coming. What should I be doing? And many of you are figuring out Father Time never stops. You're figuring out that you used to be the youngest in the family, or you used to be one of the kids. You're not one of the kids anymore. You're now one of the elders. You're now becoming a person that is expected to be a leader within your group or your family or your situation. You've had a sudden, dramatic change in your lives. Someone's passed away. An inheritance has come. A job situation blew up or is coming your way. Whatever it is, your lives are changing, which is normal. Lives change all the time. Time changes everything, and you really just want to hear an outsider give you a take on kind of where you're at. And you don't want you don't want to talk to Uncle Joe and Auntie M and anyone. You don't want to talk to anyone that knows you or knows everyone else in the family. You just want to talk to someone who can kind of understand, being as old as he is, what it's like going forward. And you're 35 and you're wondering what it's going to be like when you're 45. You're 50, you want to know what's going to be like when you're 60. You're 62, you want to know what's like when it's 66. You're 68, you want to talk to someone because someone else is 66 and you can talk to this person. Whatever. I'm happy to do it. And I find it fascinating myself. I find it just as educational for me. And I do the best I can to help you out. I do charge $400 for an hour of my time because I have precious hours to give. These are my days off, but it's worth it for me to do it. But it is so gratifying for me when I hear from you. Some of you, many of you, contact me a second and a third and a fourth. I have some viewers who have now hired me on an hourly basis for many, many hours. but it is gratifying to see the growth and to see how far you've come and how far you're going, and how confident you now are, how assured you are. You now know you're on a solid footing. You now know what it is you're doing. You get it. You're no longer intimidated by the market. You now are making the market your bitch. You're making this market your toy. It's working for you in the way you need it to work for you. I couldn't be more thrilled and pumped up. Those of you who comment here all the time, telling me how you're helping me, you're getting me through this, it's really gratifying. It really is. And like I say, I'm just thrilled to do. I'm just thrilled how this channel has evolved and keeps evolving. And I get messages from so many of you, private emails that you send me. My email address is down below in the links, telling me what's happening or what's going on, or this was I was doing this, then I found you, and I'm doing that, and this is what's happening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it's great. I showed Jennifer these emails, and she's going, wow, like, what a year, what a year. What a year this has been. So fantastic. What else I want to say to you guys? Again, thank you. Those of you who do consult with me one-on-one, that's great. Many of you, most of you don't, of course. You watch me here. A lot of you have taken classes, and this has been something that I've been able to create. I think I started this in July. I started posting classes. They're 2 hours long per class. These are not 5-minute little hi, how are you? And the classes are all about how to write options and how to make money from your money. As I said earlier, a lot of you have portfolios that have quite a bit of wealth to them, and they're just sitting there. You guys have stocks or bonds or I don't know what, mutual funds or ETFs, and they're not doing a dang thing for you, and you're not doing anything with them, and you are losing out on returns that you should be getting. Your money is 18 years old. By the way, you remember how you felt when you're 18, 19, 20? You had endless energy, party all night long, 3-hour nap, back to work for a full day. Your money is like that. Your cash has that kind of energy and can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But you guys aren't using your cash to do that. Your assets, you're just letting them lie around, and they're getting fat and lazy, and they're doing you no good whatsoever. By the way, your wealth, your assets are making other people a lot of money, and they thank you. They're not going to send you a Christmas card because they're not going to tell you how much money you're making them, because then you're going to take control of it yourself and make more for yourself. They're not going to do that. So there's a whole lot of asset managers out there who love you people who do nothing. They love you to death. And I mean, trillions of dollars sit around and are being manipulated by other people for their benefit, and you get 2-3% returns, and that should be good enough for you. Good luck retiring on that, kids. It's not going to happen. You want to retire comfortably, you have to work it. If you want to retire younger than normal people are supposedly supposed to retire at, 60, 65, you got to work it. You want to be self-employed now and not work for anybody anymore? Now's the time. One way to figure out how to do all that is go to my website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. It's my Canadian website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca, and check out the classes. There are 10 of them, and they're 2 hours each roughly, and you can watch them one at a time and learn how to make capital on writing options and bringing this cash in. Some of you are probably noticing in the last month or two, you're starting to notice articles, maybe in the New York Times or Washington Post or Wall Street Journal or Barron's or wherever, about how more and more investors are involving themselves in options. What you have to know, and what you should be aware of, is that 9 out of 10, maybe 19 out of 20 people that get into options the wrong way. They get into buy options and sell options to try to make a quick buck on a leveraged flip. The 1 out of 20 that I'm concerned with, this is where you guys come in. I'm trying to talk to you about the other side of the options market. I don't want you to necessarily be buying and selling options. That's not really why I'm here. Why I'm really here, if I'm going to talk to you about options, I want to talk to you about being the writer and or the creator of options. In other words, your first transaction with an option is to sell an option that you don't have. You will create or write an option contract. You don't have to write anything, by the way. It's all click, 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 click. You're going to sell an option contract against stock you already have. And your objective is simply just to buy that contract back later at a lower price. And that's the money you make. It's simple. You sell something for $100 and buy it back for $50, you make $50. If you sell something for $100 and buy it back for $30, you make $70. Options have all kinds of prices, all kinds of lengths, and all kinds of everything. And this is why these classes come in kind of handy. But the essential game plan is simply, I'm going to sell this right. I'm going to give someone a shot at taking my stock from me. You can buy stock from me at this price for a certain amount of time, but you got to give me money up front for a certain period of time, maybe a week or 2 or 3. And at the end of that time frame, or between now and the end of that time frame, actually, I'm going to buy that contract back at my choosing when I want to. And I don't need to buy it back from you, not you, the person who bought it from me. I'm just going to buy the contract back in the open contract market, because the contract market has millions, gazillions of contracts that are trading all the time. And the contract that I wrote that expires next week, Friday, there are 5,000 others of those, or 50,000 others of those that trade all the time on the options market. And so if I want to buy one of those options back to negate the option I wrote, in other words, I'm flat again, I need only to buy one contract anytime I want to, when I feel comfortable enough or uncomfortable enough to want to buy it back. And usually the game plan around here is we write a contract with 2 or 3 weeks to go, watch it depreciate with time, because as time goes by, these contracts run out of time to exist. And as they run out of time to exist, they get less valuable. And that's when you buy them back. And you go, thank you. Thank you, Father Time. Finally, time is working for me. And time makes you money. That's what we do. Anyway, check out the classes for that and see what happens. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Today's news. Another company has come out this morning to announce that they're going to split themselves, this time into two. Johnson & Johnson. They're going to split themselves into two pieces. And they're going to, over the next year or two, end up with two publicly traded companies instead of one. We've already seen this happen with IBM. IBM split into two components. There's IBM and there's Kyndryl. Now we heard General Electric, GE, is going into 3 divisions. Now we're hearing, I think it's J&J, Johnson & Johnson. They're going into 2 areas. Toshiba, I heard the other day, they're going into pieces. Right now there's a new game in town. It's called Let's Get Smaller. Let's get smaller. Let's carve ourselves up, because our pieces are worth more than the whole. And let's do that. Am I a fan of this? No, I'm not a fan of this. This tells me when you have a board of directors and you have senior management conspiring and cooking up an idea to split a company up into sections, they're telling me, again, an outsider, I don't own any of these stocks. I don't own any stock. But as an outsider looking in, I'm looking at a management group that has given up. They cannot grow what they've been tasked to grow. They've been put in charge of this entity, big multi-billion-dollar companies, and they've been told by whoever hired them when they were hired, go forth and multiply this company's size, make it bigger and more profitable, make the shareholders richer. And their idea of making the shareholders richer is to engineer richness, engineer upside for the shareholders. And how you do it? You split the company into sections, create separate entities for each company, listing each one separately. And now shareholders have 2 shares or 3 shares instead of 1 share. And these entities go their separate directions. And the strategy is that the 3 companies, one of the 3 will really grow quickly. One is growing mediocre and one is just kind of hanging around. And you add up the share prices of all 3 2 years later. And the thinking is that the three separate are worth more money than the 3 combined. I can tell you who gets rich doing this stuff. It's not you. It's not you, the shareholder. You're not really going to get rich. You might be up. Yeah, you might be up a little bit, but you're not the one making the money. No. The people making the money are the orchestrators of this entire fiasco, this entire charade. It's the lawyers, the security lawyers, the auditors who have to do all the filings. They have to do all the paperwork to make this happen. You're talking about multi-billion, 100 plus $200 billion companies, $500 billion companies that are splitting up. You're talking legals like you cannot believe. And we're not talking about a lawyer for $150 an hour, okay? We're talking about teams of lawyers, like dozens of lawyers per company. And you have securities lawyers, you have the auditing guys, you have the filing. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It is just it's a nightmare. And the auditors are the winners. You ever wonder why you see those ads on TV where they say, "Oh, we got to hire BDO." Why would you hire a BDO? It's for this. You need teams of auditors globally because these companies are global. They might be based in the USA, but they have operations around the world, which means you need auditors and lawyers in every jurisdiction in which you operate. The legals are ridiculous. This is an expense that you, the shareholder, have to pay in order to get this win. There is no win. The companies lose money doing this because it costs them money to do this. And at the end of the day, the winners, apart from the lawyers and the auditors, are the boards of directors who voted on this thing, the CEO and all of his employees who have massive stock options. They all win because now they have stock options on 3 companies for free. Whether these companies do well or not, it doesn't matter to them. They've got stock options as it gets divvied up on all these stocks. And if one of them takes off, they win. The other 2 go so mediocre, they don't care. It's not their company. They're just employees. They don't care. They don't have to care. They're not paid to care. They're paid to make money for shareholders. And they're trying to become shareholders in their own right by having these stock options through the compensation committees that are doing this job. Ask someone who's a Kendall shareholder, are you happy with the split from IBM? Are you making a lot of money on your Kendall stock? Don't think so. GE, those 3 companies going to split into 3. Yeah, the stock went up initially. Johnson & Johnson stock is up right now. Yeah, the initial euphoria is there, but it isn't going to last because now the hard part begins. These are management teams that have given up managing their companies. They decided to spend their time and energy to split up their companies. They're not making their companies any better. They're not making their companies any richer. They're not making their companies any more competitive. These guys are splitting up. And what they're really doing is they're saying to the federal government, screw you guys. We're not going to pay taxes. We're going to split our companies into smaller pieces. Watch for these companies to be incorporated offshore or outside of certain jurisdictions. You may have noticed that you'll know from time to time you'll see announcements where a company blah, blah, blah is moving its corporate headquarters to Connecticut or to Delaware or to wherever. Why? Lower taxes. They're engineering growth for their shareholders by paying lower state and area taxes or allowing larger write-offs against certain assets, whatever the reason is. Their lawyers and accountants have figured out we can't make more money doing what we do, so we'll make more money by paying less in taxes and reorganizing ourselves. We'll just re-engineer our company to make it more profitable for our stakeholders. This is called giving up. This is called walking away. This is called a future where these corporations will fail. Not that they're going to they're not going to go out of business. They're going to be underperforming for many years to come because they're no longer innovative. They no longer are run by entrepreneurs that have a vision. They don't have people who are running the company to grow the company. They have people running the company to diversify the company, not to grow the company. You do not want to own stock in these kinds of companies. You're wasting your money. So if you've got pension funds, you have mutual funds, ETFs, any kind of investments that are into these kinds of companies, you really want to be out of there. In the end, you're going to want out because you really want to be involved with companies that are being run by entrepreneurial, growth-oriented people that want to grow the company. My personal opinion, as this all is, it's all my personal opinion. I think IBM, I think GE, I think Johnson & Johnson, I think any of these guys who want to split up, you know what they should be doing instead? Stop buying back your goddamn stock on the open market and hand the money over to the shareholders in the form of increased dividends. You want your stock to go up? You want the shareholders to have a higher return on their capital, which is what they're all saying. Oh, we're doing these deals for better returns for our shareholders. Yeah, right. Bunk. Why don't you just raise the dividend? Look at what you're up against. Look at the competition for dividend right now. A 10-year Treasury note, which was 1.45% last week, is 1.54% this week. 1.54% is what the U.S. government is handing out for a 10-year bond. A 20-year bond, you'll get 2% on your money. If you're a large corporation and you pay a dividend, if you were to bump your dividend by 20% a year for the next 10 years, you'll get your dividend going from like 1.5%, 1% where it is now, up to 3-4%. Your stock will double or go up 3 times in value because investors buy instruments that give them yield. Dividends are yield, return on your money, yielding a return on my money. And if I buy a stock for $100 a share today and it gives me 2% return, I'm getting $2 a year for a $100 stock investment. I'm getting basically 50 cents every 3 months. That's how they're doing it. But if the company came out and said, starting this quarter coming up, it's going to be 60 cents a quarter. That's 240. That's 2.4% now. $2.40 a year, that's 2.4%. And if they then say the next year, we're bumping it another 10 cents a quarter. We're now paying 70 cents every 3 months. We're making the money. But rather than buying billions of stock back on the open market, up to 5% of the company every year, we're buying back. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to give all that money. We're going to give. We're going to distribute that money, your money. It's your shareholders' money to you, the shareholders, in the form of increased dividends. So we had a budget for $5 billion to buy back stock. We're just going to give $3 billion of the $5 billion to dividends. The $2 billion we're going to leave in retained earnings. We're going to build a little pot of cash there just for rainy days, maintaining dividends in slower years. If you're getting 70 cents every 3 months, you're getting $2.80 a year. You're now getting 2.8% on your original $100 investment. I can tell you the stock will not be at 100 a share. The stock will trade at 120 a share, 130 a share, because there's a 280 dividend against it. If the company announces the next quarter or the next 6 months, we're raising it another 20 cents a dividend a quarter, pop this thing now to 350, 360 a year. That's 3.6%. If the federal government's handing out 1.5% and your company is giving you 3.6%, guess what's going to happen? A lot of people are going to migrate to your company's shares and want to buy them. And they will pay almost $200 a share for this stuff. Now, why would they pay $200 a share if you're giving out a 360 dividend? Because at a 360 dividend and a $200 stock, 1.8% on your money. That's why. The bond is only paying 1.5. Your stock just doubled in price in 2-3 years. You bought in at 100. You're getting 3.6 because you still own the stock. You haven't sold it. But the stock's trading at 200 now. You've doubled your money. Is your money going to double if they split the company into 2 pieces and then trade it separately? The answer is no, they're not. Because the company now needs 2 receptionists, 2 teams of legals, 2 different boards of directors, 2 CEOs, 2 vice presidents and vice presidents, and 2 of everything. The cost of a company splitting in 2 means each company has its own expenses, including listing fees, SEC filing fees. They pile up, all coming off the top line, which is the shareholders making less money. It's a losing strategy. It's where management throws in the towel without saying it, saying to you, the shareholder, you know what, we've run out of ideas as to how to make you more money with this company, and so we're just going to split the company into 2 pieces, and you'll make more money that way. Complete fabrication and a complete lie. And what does it mean? What really should be happening? Resign. All of you guys resign immediately, and let's replace you people that can grow this company and give real returns to the investors. But it's not going to happen. They have the votes. They have the mutual funds and the hedge funds that are backing these guys. Because again, what are they up against? What's the competition? 1.5% interest rates. That's all they have to outdo. They only have to outdo a 1.5% growth. So if they can get the stock from 100 a share to 105 a share in the next year, They made you 5% return on your money. They've taken your $100 stock, made it a $505 stock. You've made 5% return. You put the money with the government of the United States, you only get 1.5%. Don't forget, inflation is 6%, right? So everyone's losing here. Everyone's losing. If they split the company into two, and you get a $50 stock here and a $50 stock here, and the stocks go to $52.50 each, you've made $5 gross, and you've got your 5% return, more than the government is paying. That's what they're up against. They don't have to do anything to beat the yield right now on the government bond. That's how pathetic it's become. This is how lame management has become on many levels. The people under the top guys, all those employees down here, are the ones working their butts off to make this company successful as it is, to generate the revenue that it is. But at the end of the day, those folks, no matter what these companies do with their splitting them themselves, these foot soldiers will maintain and will be lucky to maintain their standard of living. None of them are going to get rich on this split themselves. There's no incentive for them to work any harder to get ahead in the game. As a matter of fact, a number of them might be in the division that is the weakling division. They might find that, oh yeah, the company split into three, and the part that I work for is the crap part of the company. We're over here, and our stock isn't going to go up more than 1% a year for the next 10 years. The division over here, where they're developing new drugs or aerospace or what, this is going to go up 10% a year. That's where the excitement is. But there's only like 1/10 of the employees that work for that division. 30% of the people work in this division, and the rest of us are over here, and we just make money all the time because it's a boring old whatever company, but none of us we got stock options for this thing, not for that thing. Congratulations. Your management has just guaranteed you the possibility that when new management takes over that weakling division, what's the first thing they're going to do? Layoffs. They're going to start cutting costs because they got to get rid of the fat. The company is lazy and it's quiet. It's not exciting. We got to re-energize this thing. So we're going to dump people. That's how we're going to do it. It's called reorganization. That's all it is. And they might merge with somebody else who then will cut people as well. The future is grim for those majority of those employees. So if I were a GE employee, I'd be going, whoop-de-freaking-do. You guys you're just about guaranteed that I'm out of here sooner rather than later. If you're Johnson & Johnson, look for a new job now. Get out. Your management has given up on you. They've told you that you're useless to us. What you do, as hard as you work, is not good enough. We're going to split the company into two pieces, and our stakeholders are going to get more return. Yeah, that means at your expense. Find another job. Go with a company that's growing and coming on with management that's dynamic and really wants to make something happen, or at least a company that's going to pay back to its shareholders in the form of dividends. That would be novel. That was the rage in the 50s and the 60s. I talked yesterday about the decline of the standard of living in the United States and Canada and elsewhere. Talked a lot about that, how it went through the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. This is continuing. The overall trend is still bad. COVID has helped a number of people lift their standard of living, oddly enough, but many have suffered terribly. But this right here is another sign of a decrease in the standard of living. This is where the re-engineering of earnings takes priority over the actual making money. And corporate America is throwing their hands up in the air, going, "We can't compete." And who are they losing to? Foreign corporations that are run by forward, long-term thinking entities, management teams that are including their employees as part of decision making. You talk to someone in Germany about a car company. You work for a car company over there. If you join a car company at age 25 out of school, you're likely going to still be with that company when you're 55 and retired. And if you're with a bank over there, you're never getting laid off. If you are getting laid off, you're being well paid. I mean, really compensated for this move, and you'll find a job with another bank pretty quickly. But it's different there than in the U.S. In the U.S., it's cutthroat. It's 1/10 percentage improvement in bottom line. We have to lay off 1,000 people. Get rid of them. Get them out of here. People are expenses in the United States. Employees are a liability to employers. An employee that gets health benefits and gets retirement benefits, they're an expense. The president of the company won't say it to you. They never will. They try to put the image out there that we love you and you're wonderful and you're everything to us. But the auditors in that corner of those BDO guys, they're cutthroat, man. They are ruthless. Do you ever see that movie with George Clooney where he flies around and lays people off and lets them go? Yeah. Have you ever seen that movie Margin Call, where they walk in with the boxes for you? You come into a meeting and there's a box waiting for you. Take this box with you. Get out. That's America. That's corporate America. Corporate. It's everywhere. It's not an America only U.S. thing. It's everywhere. Corporate America thinking is employees are an expense. They're a liability. You're not an asset to the company. The only assets to the company are the guys at the top. They're considered assets because they come up with ways to make more money. And what they come up with most of the time is we have to cut expenses because we're bringing a lot of cash in the front door. Now, how can we keep bringing all this cash in but get rid of people that cost us money? How do we do that? And maybe we team up with another company. We go to artificial intelligence. We do call centers overseas. We merge with company X that has offices in Indonesia, Vietnam, China, Taiwan, whatever, and we give them lots of work and we lay off all of our white collar and people in Illinois and Washington State and Calgary, Alberta, Toronto, Canada. We get rid of all these North American expensive people and replace them with third world cheapos. This is fantastic. India, oh God, India has been a blessing for corporate America, an absolute blessing. The amount of money that is transferred, that is being made by Indians for U.S. corporations at the expense of Americans' careers. It's been incredible. It's trillions of dollars. It's absolutely wonderful. Some of the finest yachts and business jets in the United States today are funded by exactly these moves. And it will not stop. Because why should you stop if you are one of those who are benefiting right off at the top from this little move right here? Split the company into two. Yeah, we'll then outsource everything and we'll make our labor force less powerful within our organization. Divide and conquer. That's how we do it. Simple, really. I remember I knew someone. This is years ago. This is back in the '80s. This is a long time ago. Late '80s. I remember I was talking to somebody. Said to me, "Yeah, I just heard a story today about a gal who she's a top-notch legal secretary." And she's been with this law firm for 4.5 years. And, every year they were giving her like a raise and all that. And in Canada, the deal is that in the first 5 years that you work for a company, I think you're allowed 2 weeks holiday. It's 2 weeks paid holiday. And what the employer does is they pay you, say, your salary, and then they hold back 2% of your paycheck and put it into a savings account, and then they match it with 2% more, and that's your holiday pay. It's 4% of your thing. In any event, for the first 5 years you are an employee, you get 2 weeks holiday paid. But after the fifth year, you get 3 weeks paid holiday. So, and I'm not sure if it goes beyond that. I'm not sure if after 10 years it's 4 weeks. Each company has its own internal scenarios, but the government mandates are after 5 years, employees are entitled to 3 weeks paid holiday. Europe, it's different, and up to 6 weeks, and on it goes. Okay, but to this example, I just want to talk about this one example here. So, a buddy of mine was telling me about he knows someone who was a secretary, legal secretary, and for the first 4.5 years that she worked for the company, she was putting in all the overtime. The boss would ask her, "Can you help us with this file? We're trying to close this legal file." No problem. She would put in the extra hours. They wouldn't pay her overtime because you're salaried, you see. So, but they would buy her a gift card to something, or little perks would come your way. But the effort was there. The employee put in. Not a lawyer, not a partner, just an employee. First 4.5 years, everything great. The relationship was wonderful. Rarely missed a day because she just put in the effort and showed up on time and was there. Really did the job. After the after the 4.5 years was up, every day after that, it began to get a little more difficult. It just wasn't as fun anymore. And the human resources people were just weren't as nice to her anymore. And with the 4 years and 9 months in, it got worse. And 4 years and 10 months in, it got worse, until a point where the employee just felt like I'm just getting. I'm just being kicked around here. I'm not happy anymore. I don't know what happened, but I'm not happy anymore. They don't like the people they're working with, or they've shifted to another department in the firm, and it's just really grunt work. And she quit. She quit after 4 months, 4 years and 11 months, not forgetting that if you could just have stuck around for another month, you would now be entitled to 3 weeks paid holiday instead of 2 weeks. This was the strategy of the firm, because I heard from this individual saying, let me tell you the rest of the story. Nobody in the firm as an employee lasts 5 years in that company. Everyone leaves before the fifth year. They find a way to get rid of them, because the corporation has figured out they're not giving up another week's pay out of their pocket for anybody, unless you're a partner in the firm. And then partners don't get these necessary perks. And this was a standard. This was the company practice. This was and it was totally legal. There was nothing you could do about it. And I thought, wow, there you go. You're considered a liability, the employee, which was, they were adored. They're all adored for the first 4 years. And those who are there up to 4 years, they don't know what you're talking about if you're coming up to year 5. Like, why are you not happy? It's great here. I love the way I'm being treated. It's great. And the employee who doesn't know what's going on doesn't realize you're being phased out. They're going to make life so miserable for you that you're going to quit. And sure enough, that's what happens. Now, the good news was, I heard later that the employee that quit after 4 years ended up going to another law firm and got like a 30% bonus in pay because this person was such a hard worker, and this person was known to be a really hard worker. And there were several firms that wanted this person to come in. And I don't know if they were able to negotiate a 3-week holiday package right off the bat, because employers don't have to give you just 2 weeks. They give you whatever they want. And if you're a smart employer, like a law firm or an accounting firm, and you hire top-notch talent that's already got 5 years of experience at this firm, you can handle 5 years with those guys. You can handle 5 years with anybody. These smart operators will steal people like those, knowing that they're dying to get rid of them. They'll steal them from them and say, we'll give you 3 weeks paid holiday, and we'll start you at this pay package here because you are worth 2.5 times a rookie. A rookie we have to train for 4 years to get to be anywhere near as good. And we're gambling that the rookie will work out. With you, we're not gambling. We know coming in right off the get-go, you are 2.5 times more productive than any rookie we can hire off the street, anybody else. And we'll pay for it because we're getting value. Yes, you're a liability. Yes, you are. But you are a quality item that we're bringing in. We're bringing in winners, and we're stealing from all these companies that are dropping quality talent. That was corporate Canada, corporate America, up until COVID. I don't know how many of you have run into this situation. I don't know about your own personal scenarios where you've rather ran into that, but there you have it. Anyway, those are just thoughts. But back to the stock discussions. There are many corporations out there that are not able to make any more money. They've reached their point of saturation. They've come to the point where they've hit a limit, and they're just not able to make more money. And so what they then do is they engineer better profits. IBM just started it. GE is now doing it. Johnson & Johnson is doing it. Coca-Cola did it back in the 80s. Coca-Cola separated their bottling division from their other division. I think PepsiCo may have already done it. I mean, corporate America's been doing this for decades. Decades this has been going on. Corporate America has reorganized itself to engineer itself to higher profits. One of the secret plans in the playbook, stock buybacks. Apple does it, $90 billion a year in stock buybacks, rather than handing out the money to shareholders. I don't know why why would Apple shareholders not get a 4% yield on their stock? If you did that, the stock would double in price now. Forget about buying it back. Forget about buying 5% of the stock back and having Apple go up 12% a year or 14% a year. Just bump the dividend by 50% and watch your stock jump. And it is so it but I know why it's not being done. I know why. The guys who run these corporations don't own them. They don't own the corporations. And so they're just employees, and they're looking out for themselves, and as along with their board of directors. They're all the same. The board of directors don't own the company. The president doesn't own the company. The VPs, the to the top employee, none of them combined, all of them, put them all into one pot of stock. They own 3% of the whole thing. Nobody owns the company. It's owned by investors, mutual funds, hedge funds, and other institutions and private individuals. There's no one person that runs the show. Unlike GameStop, you got one guy who's the dominant shareholder, but he doesn't own majority. Mr. Cohen has 13%. It'll be interesting to hear what he has to say when his gag order comes off. But at the moment, we don't know what his thoughts are, but we'll see. In any event, there's a little recap for you of what's going on in the market, sort of, today. We're watching interest rates closely, wondering, will there be any kind of fallout from the interest rate thing that happened on Wednesday? Wednesday afternoon, interest rates suddenly went up 1/10 of a percentage point, just like that. And it was because of a god-awful 30-year mortgage or 30-year auction of 30-year treasuries. It went badly. And yields went up, and everything went up, interest rate wise. But we haven't had a surge today. The 10-year was 1.58 this morning. It's now 1.54, 1.549. So there's no interest rate surge at the moment in the markets. So the Dow is up 136 points today. It was down yesterday, as you recall, and it was down the day before, but it's up 136 in the pre-market right now with 14 minutes to go. S&P up 14, NASDAQ up 55. That's where we're at. Oil down 155 a barrel to $80. $80 a barrel. If oil stays down and goes lower, that's good for inflation. In other words, inflation will be lower. The pressure on inflation will be lower. That would be a good thing. It would be good for American taxpayers and Americans because the price of gas will be lower. It would be bad for the environment because Americans and others will burn more gas because it's cheaper to buy, and we'll just keep driving with gas cars. So the climate change people are not happy when oil goes down in value. The climate change people are happier when it goes up in cost because it makes it more expensive to burn this stuff. Trying to encourage people to go, into a world without burning off oil and natural gas and other. But there's your dichotomy. You've got this war going on. It's an unofficial declared war between environmentalists and people who want to make money. And people want to make money, want to make it as easily as possible. They want the lowest possible taxes, no regulations. Let me do whatever I want. And if I have to screw someone to get it, let me do it because I want to make money, because that's the way this world is. On the other side, you've got the environmentalists and those who try to look out for their better man and try to play fair and or regulate against unfair competition. To kind of make it a level playing field. That's your tug of war. This is the world. I'm not making this up. It's not like just started last week. It's been around a while. And then there's the climate itself. There's the planet, and we got these wacky weather systems and these crazy storms and all kinds of stuff. And then you got your doubters and your believers, and there you go. And you have your vaxxers and your anti-vaxxers, and there you go. Welcome to the world in 2021. It was just as stupid in 71. It was just as stupid in 1951. It was just as dumb in 1931. It's just that we, as a collective society in 1931, weren't as connected as we are now. We're very connected now if we want to be, but a lot of us choose not to be connected. We only want to hear from the source we like, because they tell us what we want to hear, and that's the only source we're going to hear from, for our information, whether it's Uncle Bruce or whether it's on Fox or CNN or wherever, New York Times, another YouTuber. You go to where you want to, where you like the message, and that can be dangerous because you cut yourself off from the outside messaging that's going on, where you decide eventually what's real and what's not. But that's up to you. The world has been like this forever. It's not a new phenomenon. Don't think it is. If someone tries to tell you, this just happened in the last 5 years. No, we've had conspiracy theorists around forever. forever. Anyway, here we are. Welcome one, welcome all to where we're at right now. What's going to happen today? It's option expiry day today. That's what's going to happen. So those of you who have options on Matterport, on Sofi, and on GameStop, and options on other stocks that expire today, or your poor man covered calls, or whatever. It's a big deal today. It's a big day today. We're going to have to watch it. We will watch, as we always do, what's going to happen and how it's going to happen, and find out what does this mean to us. Some of you today might be into rollover day today. Some of you have written calls on Sofi at $21 a share, and the stock's at $23.34 right now, and you're $2.20 or $2.30 in the money, and you're asking yourself, Bruce, what should I do with these call options? I wrote these calls on Monday or last 2 weeks ago or whatever, and the stock's gone up on me. What should I do? And you have many choices in front of you. The easiest one is just buy these calls back and wait and see what you want to do next, or you buy these calls back sometime today and you turn around and sell new calls to replace these old calls. And the new calls might be the same strike price, 21s, for 2 weeks from now or a month from now. They might be 22.50s. They might be 24s. They might be whatever you want it to be. My advice usually is, look, if you're going to buy back a call that you wrote before, like a week ago, a month ago, however long ago, and you're buying it back for more than you sold it for, I got good news for you. The stock you have probably went up in value, and you're up probably more in your stock than down on your option trade. So congratulations, you're actually winning, even though it doesn't feel like it. But you're going to buy your call back, and you're going to sell another call to replace it. And you have several choices as to how to do it. Do you want to just sell a call for about as much money as this one is going to cost you to buy back? That's a strategy you can employ. And you might look at the option charts and go, okay, I see that if I write a call next Friday expiry or the Friday after that expiry, I'm going to have to write a call right at the money or even in the money. I wrote a $21 SoFi. I might have to write a $22.50 SoFi, even though the stock's $23.33, but it's 2 weeks out for $22.50. And so if the stock in the next 2 weeks at any time doesn't stay here and goes a little lower on profit taking, well, then I'm fine. On the other hand, if the stock does stay here at $23.33, it's in the money on this $22.50 contract, I'm going to pay, say, $3 to buy this call back. I'm going to get $3 to sell this new call, but $2.50 of the $3 or $2.20 of this $3 is premium. Only 80 cents is actual book value. The rest is time. I'm going to get that time. That money is coming to me as each day goes by for the next week or two or three. And so you might well write an in-the-money call to be short-term on your new contract purposely, because you want the contract to die in the next 3 weeks, including the fact that Thanksgiving is coming up in a couple of weeks. That's a closed day. That's 1 day not trading, freebie. So these contracts will shrink quickly because they're running out of time very quickly, and that time premium will shrink very quickly. You will take advantage of that shrinkage to make money, and then write another call for December, and away we go. If, like I said, if you have to do a rollover today. Now, some of you don't have to do a rollover. Many of you are sitting here going, I wrote a $22.50 and I got $2 for it, and it's worth right now 80 cents in book value. That's what it's worth. I got $2 for this thing. I was trading at 125 yesterday. And what should I do? Well, as the day wears on today, if it dies today, this contract is shrinking down to 80 cents because it will shrink down to its book value wherever the stock trades at during the day. Now, of course, the stock today could go to $25 a share. I mean, it can go to 20, it can go to 25, of course. So if it does go up, you're in a rollover situation. If it stays where it is, you're going to buy your contract back closer and closer to the book value. If the stock goes down to $22 today, your contract is essentially worthless at the end of the day. Between now and noon or 2 in the afternoon, you might buy this contract back for a dime, a nickel. It's a totally your call how you want to do it. You buy it back in the first 30, 40 minutes of the day, and you immediately turn around and write a new call for next week, Friday expiry. then you'll lock in the price of that contract this morning, and you've got 7.5 days to watch. If you write a contract for 2 weeks out, that's Thanksgiving Friday. That's Black Friday expiry, with the Thursday being closed. So you may want to consider writing contracts that expire in 2 weeks to take advantage of the Thursday close, a day that contracts don't trade but just appreciate. There you go. You have a lot of choices here. This is the beauty of being an option writer. You're calling the shot. You're deciding the exercise price. You're deciding the expiry date. You're deciding which one to write when, and you're deciding what profit to take when you're happy with the profit you're taking. You're in control all the way, and that's the beauty of being a writer in the know. And this is why I keep emphasizing you got to take these classes. If you take my classes, you'll get at least a leg up on what's happening. You need to be smarter than 50% of the market that's playing options. That's all you have to do. You need a score of 50.1%. Now, if you take my courses and you're hanging out with us here and you're learning every day more and more and more, you're going to be at 75 to 90% pass rate. You're going to be way up there. You're going to learn a lot more about options hanging around here than you would at many other channels. Fair enough. That just increases your odds of success dramatically. And for many of you, you have made it be known to me in no uncertain terms, Bruce, you have changed my life, and these premiums that I'm bringing in are making all the difference in my life right now. You're bringing in income from a source I never thought I would ever have. I never imagined that I could bring capital in like I'm bringing in by doing what we're doing here, because for years and years and years, I had an advisor that my dad told me about or my uncle used, and I only talk to them like once every 3 or 4 months, and they tell me how great I'm doing, because I own these funds that are going up 3-4% a year, and I'm doing great. And now with you, I'm making so much more money. It's incredible. You've changed my life. I've just given up one of my part-time jobs. I quit my day job. I quit my full-time job, and I now have a part-time job. The part-time job is on weekends so that I can hang out with you during the week and make money. The weekend job is just for some extra cash flow. Or for now, that's what tides me over. Eventually, that second job is gone too. Fabulous. I'm stoked about this. Way to go, guys. Again, writing contracts is a conservative structure, a conservative strategy. A conservative investment strategy is writing call options. This is not pie in the sky, highfalutin, gambling everything you got strategies. No, that's where you buy contracts that die today or next week. When you buy those, you're the gambler. If you don't recognize that, you have a gambling problem. If you, at the end of the day, look around your chair and in the morning, the entire room you're in was clean and beautiful, and at the end of the day, there are 15 liquor bottles all empty all around you, and there was no one else there but you have a drinking problem. But if you're buying and selling call options and put options, and that's all you're doing, and they have less than a month to live, and you're gambling on the movement of you've got a gambling problem. If you are writing call contracts that die today, next week, the week after, you are an investor. You are a conservative administrator of your affairs. That's what you are. You are in effect a miniature hedge fund. You're a portfolio manager, and I congratulate you. And so let's see what happens. Okay, so thank you everybody for being here. Brucey, I love the show, but I don't understand how anyone can possibly deny the existence of monkeys that fly airplanes or penguins that drive horse boxes. Everyone is wrong and I'm right, so there you go. You know, sometimes I get put in my place. As you can plainly see, Mr. T is making it plainly obvious. I don't cover everything. And there you have it. I admit maybe I don't know it all. We're about to open for trading, kids. Welcome to the show. So glad you could join me today. I hope you're going to make money today. I love it when you guys make money. It's absolutely exciting as all get up. Let me know how you're doing. Those of you who are members of this channel, as always, thank you from the bottom of my heart and Jennifer's. We love you guys so much. We really appreciate those of you who have become members of this channel. You really are keeping us on the air. and we love it. It takes the heat off. I don't have to come up with gimmicks to try to get a bunch of views here, so that I get more ad money from YouTube. I don't have to play games with clickbait crap and all that. Carol, thank you for this donation. These two are, I mean, you guys are awesome. Thank you for this. Thanks for the morning. I appreciate this so much. But those of you who become members right here, Midnight Adventure, this is awesome. Thank you so much. The members keep me going. It's as simple as that. The memberships keep me going. If you're buying the classes, yes, you are making a difference without a doubt. And those of you who are engaging my services for one-on-one sessions, thank you as well. Bertie, thank you, buddy. I appreciate this as always. I need you to send me an email. You have to send me an email, brucefrommert@hotmail.com, so that I can talk to you about your session, because I don't have an email address for you. I only get these PayPal notifications, and I can't contact you back. So I'm glad you did this, because there you are. Send me an email, because I believe we have a session coming up. I want to make sure we're on the right page. It's all good, and it'll be fine. But thank God I saw this. Thank you, everybody. Jeez. Oh, I'm trying so hard to stay on top of everything. I got so much going on. Paul, thank you, Paul, for being a new member. Now, one of you sent me an email the other day. John, Matt. John, you're out there. I know you're out there, John, because you tell me you're out there. And John is not alone. I want you, the community, to help me out here. Okay, I know we're opening right now, but just bear with me. John has made a payment to be a member of this channel, as far as I understand. I'm hoping, John, you did it right. I hope you joined the channel through YouTube, hitting the join button, becoming a member of this channel. But there are some of you out there who are members of this channel, or you've joined the group, but you can't comment. You can read the comments, but you can't post it. And you're frustrated, and you're not getting the alerts for my for my Wednesday night primetime show, 8 o'clock Wednesday night for members only. Any of you out there, if there's any way you can help us figure out why they can't do this. Is it the device they're using? Is there a setting that they need to find in their device? Is it a phone, an iPad, a computer setting? Is it possible that when we get these updates on our iPhones from Apple and others, that during the refresh and the whatever, there's some kind of a block thing going on here to block us from getting messages from like this? I wonder, what is it? Can anyone help with this area? That I would really appreciate it. You can send me a private email and explain it to me. I'll read it on the air to the world at large. You don't have to do it in 200 characters or less. Help me help them, because there are some viewers here who are paying their monthly fees and they can't join in. And I'd really like to help these folks because it's just not right. And anyway, I'm doing all I can. Again, I wanted to get that out there before I forgot, because I forget. I got a lot going on. Okay, we're open. So let's see how we're doing here on this market. Okay, how are the stocks doing today? And are you guys making money or what? Welcome to the show, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Rocket Lab is up 12 cents to 14.35. Volume this morning is 162,000 shares. Sofi up 35 cents to start the day. 23.32 now on Sofi, up 35 on a 1.7 million market trading on the market now. GameStop is up 43 cents to 204.75. Volume of 45,000 shares. Matterport up 59 cents to 22.79. We are approaching the highs of a week ago, which were in the 23 level, but we did hit 25.42, and that was on November the 3rd. So that was about 9 days ago. We were at 25. So Matterport is coming back, but it's not there yet. It's up 58 cents. Volume now on Matterport, 169,000 shares. 23andMe trading at $13 on the nose. 145,000 shares traded. We were higher last week at like 1380. Spire 534 this morning. Down a dime at the moment. We were as low as 530 on the opening. We've traded 34,900 shares. It's a nothing burger. There's nothing going on here yet. Spire 534. ATIP up 12 cents this morning at 395. High of 396. Volume of 99,000 shares. Nice to see ATIP popping a little bit. If anybody has news on it, let me know, because I don't know if anything going on or not. 396 up 13 on ATIP. Smart Rent 1074 now, up 55 cents this morning. It was even at 1084 a moment ago. 33,000 shares. This stock took a dump last night. At the end of the day, it went from $11 right down to like 1020, 1017 a share, and now it's 1074 at this moment. So in the first 5 minutes, this stock is up 56 cents. It's coming back to the 11 mark where we were with a minute and a half to go in the day yesterday. No news, no nothing, which just confirms to me my hunch. I'm pretty sure I'm right. There must have been a market sell order being executed all day yesterday, and they were selling stock all day yesterday, and in the last minute or two, they still had 300-something thousand shares left to go, and they dumped it at market, and they caused the stock to drop down to the 10 level. A lot of you were smart enough, savvy enough. Some of you had stink bids to buy this stuff just in case something like this happened, and a bunch of you in the aftermarket picked off stock and bought it, and I commend all of you for that. 1082 right now on Smart Rent, up 64 cents as it's coming the other direction. The volume, 46,000 shares, is all it took for this thing to come right back up 64 cents a share. Very interesting. Sextera down 3 cents to 9.75. Very quiet. AMC is up 44 to 39.90. Robinhood up 90 cents to 35.06. Dead cat bounce is my opinion on that. This can't last. It'll go the other direction. It's going back down. Bannock Vectors up 9 cents. Home Depot up down 48. IBM up 23. Dow Jones up 81. Microsoft up $1.89. Apple down 22 cents. Tesla down $17. Bed Bath & Beyond down 22 cents. BlackBerry up a quarter. Royal Caribbean down 43 cents to 85.87. We're under 86 a share now on Royal Caribbean. Early this week, $98 a share. We've backed off. Goldman down 74 cents to 401.60. Goldman trades at 6.62 times earnings. It's a little underpriced by about $300 a share. Just so you know, in case you're curious, you want to ask me, Bruce, is there a deal? Is there something I should buy that might go up in the next year? Yeah, Goldman Sachs. I'd be buying that. Buy options on it. Just saying. Okay, there's our opening salvo. Thank you. Andrew Fielder, thanks for being a member here. I'm not sure if I think you're a recurring member, but it's great to see you, man. If you're brand new, welcome. If you're a recurring, welcome back. I love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Monk, the only way I can chat as a member is if I click on the link in your email and then click on your live video once it takes me to YouTube. This is weird. I don't understand how this works. I just don't get it. I'm not a technical guy. I'm not a computer guy. So don't ask me. I don't know. I do want you to ask me, but I'll ask others to help because I can't answer these questions. I have no idea. Larry, I picked up some Smart Rent in the aftermarket, had a few partial fill, but they eventually completed. Well done, sir. Someone put in a stink bid yesterday to buy Smart Rent at $9.98. I think he made out like a bandit. Uncle Bruce, I watch every day, and I've been paying attention. I activated options trading yesterday, and I'm excited to start writing covered calls. I usually just buy and hold shares. Right on, Drew. Welcome to the club. DQ is welcoming Andrew to the show. Midnight Adventure. I only had enough money for chairs, but I did catch the stink. Oh, no. What else is going on? Are we looking at the bank charter a year from now on SoFi or what? Damn it, Jim sounds a little frustrated there. I hear reports next week, next month, next quarter, 6 months from now, next year, 5 years, never. Pick one. I think it's sooner rather than later. Sean Hybers, for options income strategy in a taxable account, it seems like half has gone to tax. Is better off to buy and hold in this account, only use IRA. What do you think? You guys have to talk to your own tax advisors about all of this. I love the fact that you guys, more and more of you, are mentioning to me, I think I'm having tax problems. I'm making all this money. I might have tax problems. I love hearing this. There are tax advisors out there to guide you through this mess. I'm not that guy. But some of you, the answer may well be to incorporate a limited company or a Corp S and do all your trading inside that, and then pay yourself a salary from that as a consultant to that. Not my specialty. You got to talk to people in your state and your city about how this works and how can you do write-offs of expenses from your own home. DQ, all you need is to be logged in your YouTube account to be able to chat. Fenderville, Uncle Bruce, I wasn't here yesterday afternoon. Just wonder if you got my PayPal donation yesterday morning. Last I heard, you didn't get it. I did get it, and I thank you as always, Fenderville. It came through. Carol, I had that issue with the comments. I couldn't fix it. I just canceled the membership and rejoined, and it was solved. I lost my color bagel, but it's okay, says Carol. Dave, Monk, make sure you've subbed and have the bell clicked and select all. Welcome, Andrew. ODQ, smart, laughing out loud. Damage, the most they would say was they are in the last mile, whatever that means. Jacob, what are recommended prices and dates for GameStop, for Goldman Sachs? If you're going to buy options on Goldman Sachs, I would go out into next year. If you're just going to buy a call as a call buyer only, then you want to go out into next summer if you can. Get something close to the money if you can. If you can buy in the money, even better. If you're going to do poor man covered call writing, where you are going to buy a call contract that is deep in the money with maybe 4 months left to live, 3 months left to live, you'd be buying 350s or 360s that expire in January, something like that. Then you can write short-term covered calls for like the next week or 2 or 3, just ahead of the money. To bring in option premium. That's lesson number 8, by the way, class number 8. Check it out. Okay. The bank charter guaranteed December 7th to January 1st. Guaranteed. There you go. There you have it. ATIP's hanging around $4 now. That's what's being said here. 403 on ATIP, about like hot knife through butter, right through $4. Up 20 cents on ATIP. I like it. Volume on the day now, 233,000 shares. Thank you very much, ATIP. Don't stop now. 404 last trade. Keep it going. I love this. A bank charter, Jan 1st makes sense for Sofi. Needs to be BF before April 22 approval expiration. Okay, who let the dogs out? Elon sold 57 billion worth of Tesla stock. Congratulations, Elon. Damn it, Jim. Samuel P. Thanks. I'm guessing it must be first quarter next year, but think they would love to be able to advertise that before Super Bowl. ATIP. Nice. 405 on ATIP. Up 22 cents now. Climbing even higher. Nice. Anyone got any news? I don't know if there is any news. I don't need any news. You don't have to give me any news. You can just go up. Go up without saying a word. That's the GameStop way. I'm happy. Just go. That's be fine. Got nothing. News release. Got nothing. I have no news. But the stock is up now to 402.5, up to 405 today, even 406. So, you know what I say to that? Lovely. Just lovely. 269,000 shares. Go ATIP. You have $10 waiting for you. Get up there. Awesome. Thank you, sir. As always, thank you. Fenderville, thank you. Damn it, Jim. Sweet. Thanks. Jersey Todd, Fenderville, thanks. This is new site for me and interesting. Have you had good experience with it? Midnight 8 share XD. I don't know what that means either. Nicholas, anyone worried about taxes in the UK? Don't worry. You get somewhere between 10 and 12. You don't get taxed or have to declare. Goldman Sachs, poor man covered calls, February 340s. Those are the ones you pick off. Vanderbilt, Jersey, yes, I do use it to play with call put option and sometimes selling short. I'm a day trader, so my risk level in and out and different from others here. Coyote, my YouTube channel is from '07. I never really had any issues with this site. Let's see. Anti-PC, damage in my prediction and my opinion only. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, I put in a stink bid for ATIP $7.50 calls May 23, which was asking for 45 cents, but no, I won't pay that. So I put in a 35-cent bid and it triggered. I was automatically $100 richer as soon as I bought them. Way to go, man. Nice job. Stink bids. That's what it's about. Smart Rent 1077 up 59 cents. Matterport up a quarter. ME up 26. Matterport now up 33 cents. We've got Rocket Lab up 7 cents. Sofi at 22.90 down 7. GameStop down $1. We got Spire at 542 down 2 cents. We are at 406 on ATIP. We just touched 407 and we're climbing up 23 cents on ATIP. Smart Rent 1083 up 65 cents. Complete virtual recovery from that debacle last night. We'll see if this continues. Sextera down 3 cents. The Dow's up 80. S&P is up 5. Nasdaq's up 17. And we're looking at 406 or so on the ATIP shares. Volume now, 329,000. I was speculating the other day when it had the big day, the 90-cent gain the other day. I was asking you guys, and I was mentioning, do you think it is possible that a single buyer or a group are buying up all the shares of ATIP? It's now 408, 409. I'm wondering if that is going on. Catching short traders by letting them sell at them, and they're just buying them up. They're doing with ATIP what I'm expecting will also happen with Spire, SPIR. This is also going to happen, but at the moment it's happening on ATIP. ATIP 408.5. I'm wondering if it's just being bought up. Just all of it. Just give me all you want. We're taking it over. We're going to buy up all the stock, whatever you want to sell. And they'll buy it up to $6.5, $7. They'll just take it all out. I wonder, again, is that going on? It sure looks like it. 409.5 on ATIP, going for 410. No one talks about Elon selling his soul. ATIP broke 4. Next up, 25. Profits, taxes. Trust me, long, short-term gains never stop wealthy people from taking profits. You notice how billionaires complain about taxes, but they keep being billionaires and they keep making billions. Even though there's taxes up there, they keep making it. So join the crowd. Make a ton of money. Get yourself into all kinds of tax issues, hire people to help you solve it, make more money. Rinse and repeat, okay? It's that simple. ATIP 410 on ATIP, 411 on ATIP now. Volume is 357,000, still light, up 28 cents a share on not even 400,000 shares. There is nothing for sale on ATIP. The millions of shares that were around are gone. They were bought up 2 days ago when we watched 30 million go through. Where's all the stock? It's gone. It's not coming back. Pretty cool bean stuff here. 410 on ATIP, up 27 cents. Go, baby, go is all I can say, because I have holders, viewers with 250 contracts, $5 contracts, 6s, 7.5s, 8s, 10s, and higher. Go, stock, go. Make my viewers really wealthy. That's what I'm looking for. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. What do you think about the new semiconductor space SPAC, the NVTS? I know nothing of it. I've never heard of it. Know nothing. Jersey, if you're on the Reddit Super Stonk sub, look for whatever that is, a technical analyst who is not into the hype. He also predicts the dropping price of GameStop for the next 2 weeks. Okay. Zach Farragon, I like the way you think. Hops, Elon was balding. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just finding that funny. Jersey, Fenville, thanks again. I'll wait for the dip. In the meantime, I'm writing covered calls on my 10 SoFi contracts. There you go. SoFi right now down a dime at 22.87. Rocket Lab up 4, 14.27. GameStop down $1.45. Matterport down 16 cents. Up 16 cents on Matterport. ME up 13 cents. Spire unchanged now, and ATIP 407 up 24. Cheers to all of you around the world for Friday, November the 12th. I want to see my viewers get rich today. Or should I say richer? Maybe richer is the word. Let's go. Smart Rent, $11 even, up 82 cents. The high today, 11.05 on the early trading here. 71,000 shares traded on Smart Rent, up 82 cents on 71,000 shares. It got crushed last night in the last 2 minutes, with 380 plus thousand shares on a market sell. Now it's recovered all of that on 70,000 shares. Welcome back. I like it. Sextera down 2 cents. All right, ATIP 407 right now, up 24. Spire unchanged. ME up 17, Matterport up 18, GameStop down 266, SoFi down 6 cents, 7 cents, Rocket Lab up 6 or 7 cents right at the moment. What a morning! What a morning! Woo-bee! Ciao, Uncle Bruce. I bought IBM call options as you suggested before the split. They have been renamed IBM One. I am now 70% down. I got nothing from Kendall. Are you now saying to get out or do what? Grazia from Italia. I don't know when your options expire, so it's a question of when they expire. I'm hoping you have time, lots of time, then do nothing. Just wait. That's what I'm hoping. I need you to give me a little more clarity. So do I hold on to my January 22 SoFi calls until January? James, SoFi, you're in the money. You're able to roll into whatever you want, whenever you want. I think SoFi will go higher between now and January, but you got to decide whether you want to hold an option that has less time. This is still November 12th. You've got 2 months. So, another few weeks without any issues. But if you go to 24, 25, 26, you might want to roll over into 25s for April or whatever. That's up to you, my friend. We only do stink bids in this stink house. I smell money. Any ideas on why SoFi gets bashed down when hitting 23, 24? You remember I smell money. We traded, 60 million the other day? We're at 5.6 million today. There's profit taking. This stock has 700-800 million outstanding. There's a lot of stock out there. It goes up and down all the time. There are technical players, there are emotional players, there are irrational players, there are really long-term patient players. We got it all. And you just got to go with the flow, man. Just go with the flow and look at the chart for the last month and a half and say, do you like it? Are you happy from 14 to 22.68? If you're not happy with that, I don't know what to do for you, because $140 stock that goes to 230 is pretty good. A $1,400 stock going to 2,300 is pretty good. $14 to $22 is pretty good. But we're not done yet. You know that I know that. So let's stick around and enjoy the show. Trade some options. Write some options. Write options high, buy them back low, take the clock and enjoy it. Anyway, what can I say? What's going on? Hey, Bruce, have you ever heard anything about Eastman Kodak? Heard Keith mention it as a variation of a short squeeze, but the stock price. It's been a crap show since the Trump administration. I avoid it at all costs. I have no interest in it. I have no knowledge of it. I just remember the entire blow up when the Trump administration gave them a contract for some chemical to produce whatever when they had nothing and there was nothing and it was all just nothing. And I'm not interested. No, thank you. No, thank you. I smell money. There's $62,025 strike call options expiring this Friday on SoFi. Spire has been given analyst buy, according to Interactive Brokers this morning. Spire has been given a buy rating. 542 on Spire, up 3. 409, 410 on ATIP. Smart Rent, 1107 now, up 89 cents. High of the day, 1114 on 81,000 shares. Smart Rent, there's nothing for sale, and people are going after it. This is good stuff. 23andMe down 6 at $13. Matterport up 36 to 22.56. GameStop down 248, 201.84. SoFi down 48 cents at 22.49. It's a bargain here, but long-term thinking. And option writers, if you wrote yesterday, you might be looking at buying back later today. I don't know. Just saying. Maybe buying on Monday. We'll see how it goes. 14.24 on Rocket Lab. Nice. Very, very nice. Alrighty. Watching this market. 1109 on Smart Rent. 406 on ATIP. We're down 6 on Spire. 769 people watching. Only 40 thumbs ups. We now are at 348 thumbs ups. Thank you, all of you who have thrown a thumbs up our way. If you're able to hit that thumbs up button right now, help out the show, help out the momentum of this channel, get discovered through YouTube analytics. The faster we can get the 500 thumbs ups, the faster and quicker we will grow beyond this. Every new viewer that comes into this show will hear all about your favorite stocks And that's what you really need and want. We want people talking about Rocket Lab, SoFi, GameStop, Matterport, ME, Spire, ATIP, SmartRent, Sextera. We want them talking about these stocks. Home Depot, IBM, SMH. We want them talking about Microsoft, Apple. Want them talking about Royal Caribbean, Goldman Sachs. Hit the thumbs up button. Help me to help this community find out what we're following and why we're following it. Why is it such a good idea to write call options? Why is it such a good idea to buy these stocks and be investors? Why? Thumbs ups make it possible for more people to discover us. It's just that simple. It's there's nothing to it. Just hit the thumbs up button, find a thumbs up, and hit the darn thing. We're at 408 right now. Get me to 500 thumbs ups as quick as possible. Every YouTuber begs you for thumbs ups. There's a reason we beg, because you guys don't respond every time. And we have to remind you, but we'll do it. We are told to do it. We got to do it. We see the results. Please give me thumbs ups. Hit that thumbs up button and push this show around a little bit. We're at 422 now. Thank you. 429 now. They're coming in. You guys are awesome. You're always awesome. And I thank you so much for this. Okay. All righty then. What else is going on here? Oh man. I sure hope I get that email from my man today. I hope you call me back. Okay, where are we now? Webull won't let me sell back my option. Says I don't have underlying stock. If they have an 800 number, call it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Jordan, are you selling an option you bought to open, or make sure it's sell to close? That might be the problem. Jake is saying to Jordan, check that out. I smell money. Swire upgraded to outperformed by Baird. SoFi gets pulled back when hitting 23.24. Glad to see Spire getting a buy recommendation. It's not helping today. We're down a nickel, but that could help over time. 416 on ATIP, 417 on ATIP, 418 on ATIP right now. This stock is climbing again on 712,000. It is rocking and rolling. I don't know why. I don't care. I know it should go up, but I don't know what's causing it, but I suspect someone's buying this stuff. They're buying it. I'm just saying. Anybody got a reason? You let me know. If you know, 419. Anybody know why it's running? You tell me why it's running. I'll pass it on. Okay. Uncle Bruce is right. My wife's dad does our taxes. He's a CPA, and I nagged on taxes. He said, that's a good problem to have. I'd rather make 100 more a year and pay more taxes than 20 grand less and pay less taxes. Exactly. Make money. What do you think about writing covered calls on SoFi today? 2350s can yield 12 cents. Look, you want to write 2350s that expire tonight? Knock yourself out. You want to write 2350 expire next Friday? Knock yourself out. 24s, 25s. Knock yourself out. There's potential here. Free money is being handed out, but if the stock goes up, you can do a rollover. If it goes down, they can expire worthless or buy them for a penny. Congrats. Nice going. Oh, crap, Benville, that was it. I forgot to put a stink bin in yesterday in case it popped. Thank you. Coyote, Lobo Blast. Yeah, I feel you there. I got paid on the 1st and 15th no matter what, so I kind of forgot that aspect. Friday and payday is such a good feeling. Please look at NVTS Semiconductor. It's gone from 12 to 18 in 2 months. I can't play them all. I can't play them all. I just can't. Let's see here. June 22 says Ubi. Those are June 22 Goldman Sachs calls. I can't remember. You're gonna have to repost that message. My IBM calls. Oh yeah, my IBM calls expire June 2. Okay, do nothing. Sit on your IBM calls. Wait. Okay, got it. Okay. Do I get a lot of messages? Yeah, I do get a lot of messages. Where are we at here on ATIP? 417 now, 418. High of the day, 420. Nice. ATIP high today, 420. Volume 757,000. Still not even a million. Not even a million. We did 30 million shares 2 days ago, and we went up 90 cents. We're up 34 and a half cents on not even a million now. Get it? Get it? Figuring it out? 30 million to move 90, 700,000 to move 35. Hello? Yeah, we're going higher here. Yes. Uncle Bruce, yesterday on my platform, people were shorting ATIP. I told them that's not a good idea. Who's laughing now? I love it. I love it. Short the hell out of ATIP at your own peril. Go ahead. I dare you. I double dare you. 418 on the stock, up 35 cents. It's going back to $6, $7 without any problem at all. It's going to go there. Just was waiting for the trigger. I can't believe these people would be so stupid to short this thing when it's down this low. But remember GameStop? Remember? 75 million shorted. It was at $2 a share, and they still wouldn't buy it back. They shorted it from $40 to $2.50 a share, and they still wouldn't buy it back. Well, they got their comeuppance, didn't they? Now it's ATIP's turn. Lose your ass. Go ahead. Lose your butts. It's wonderful. Anyway. Oh, man. Hey, Brucey, a serious question for you. I have 2 Sofi November 19, 1750 calls. Now worth $1,100. So they were worth, I bought them for $271. They're worth $1,100. Sell now or hold until next week. Cheers. They're November 19th. I'd sell them now. Being the week before. And if you want to still hold contracts like this, then pick up January's. Pick up January, 20s or 2250s, something like that. But yeah, I mean, the clock is running out. So cash in and move over if that's where you want to be. Otherwise, just buy stock and start writing options. Joshua, why do my January 2024 in the money ATIP options keep dropping even when the stock's going higher? Joshua, it's temporary, but it could be that the trade you're looking at, the last trade you're looking at, happened days ago, and it's an out of date trade. You remember what the stock hit 440 the other day? It could have traded there and hasn't traded since, and you're now looking at trades or quotes with the stock now here at 411. It's nothing sinister, Joshua. It's nothing personal. It's just the market. Okay, I'm just saying. Anti-PC says, good Lord. Deep value. It seems different now. It looks like Keith started investing last year when it came up. Charts looks, I don't know what this means. Hey, Uncle Bruce, SoFi looks amazing. I just bought back 32 covered calls written yesterday for 78 cents. Stink bid of 38 cents. Just got hit at 38 cents. 40-cent return on 32 contracts in less than 24 hours. Sweet move. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it, Mirko. You keep doing that. Hi, Jen.
It's like taking money from the baby.
Taking money from losers. You gotta let the gamblers are giving it to you. They're handing it to you. Just giving you the money. We're up $1.08 on Matterport, kids. 23.28. You might want to look at writing 23s, 24s, 25s. I think they've been out a while. Spire up and down a nickel. ATIP up 28 cents to $4.11 right here. Volume on ATIP 800,000. Yeah, we traded 30 million the other day. We were up 90 cents. We traded 800,000. We're up 27 cents.
Oh,
what does that
seems fair?
If we trade 30 million today, we could be up $5.
Exactly.
And we might trade 30 million, and we might be up $5. Not saying we will though. But anyway, there you have it. Wow, what a run! Smart Rent got hit at the bell last night. It was trading at $11 with about 10 minutes to go. Then with 3 minutes to go, boom, 380,000 shares for sale. Market went down to 1017.
Oh, man.
That was where it closed at last night. Where's it right now? 1108.
See?
It's up 90 cents. And how many shares of buying did we need to get it back to 90 cents higher? We needed 96,000 shares.
There you go.
The 380,000 crashed it, and 96,000 recovered it.
Somebody got their account cleaned up.
And I tell you right now, some of my viewers were here. They had stink bids on this stuff. They got hit, they got it, and then they bought in the aftermarket on stink bids, and they got it. They're doing beautifully today. I love it.
Nice.
I love it. Nice.
Nice to end the week on a high.
Hey, I liked it when my viewers make money. I just, oh boy, it's So gratifying to see it because they're so generous to us. I love it. Fabulous. Anyway, how are you?
Anyhow, I'm good. Boy, when that alarm went off this morning, that was a deep, dark pit.
3 o'clock this morning, my alarm went off.
It was, well, it goes off every morning at that, but yeah, it took a while. It was like, what is that noise?
I dragged myself out of bed this morning to get up here.
And then it was, right. I know what that is.
And then I said to myself, but it's Friday. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
I can do this. It's just one more day. Because I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Oh, wait. I have one-on-ones.
You still get to sleep in.
I sleep a little longer than one
you
night.
Don't have to.
I don't start one-on-ones at 3 a.m. around here. No, so I get a little extra time. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
So what's a Friday bagel got for you? What is it? Is it sweet?
We went
savory, protein, sugar? What do you want?
We went to Sherman's yesterday,
yes.
and picked up the
bag to select from.
Well, I bought 6 more, and so I got fresh sesame seed bagels from Sherman's. What to have on the Sherman's bagel today?
You
know what we didn't buy yesterday?
Oh.
And we talked the other day about how we used them all up, and they're all gone. We used up the ham.
Oh yes,
we didn't buy any new.
We didn't buy any.
We didn't buy any. We didn't. We have to.
I hold you responsible.
It's all my fault. 401 on ATIP going down a little bit here, a little dip, but still up 18 cents. This is temporary. She's going to run again. What to do today? I'm thinking grape jelly today.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Gonna bookend the week.
Oh yeah, nicely toasted and crispy on the outside. Get those sesame seeds just roasting, and then have that grape jelly on there with the beurre.
Okay.
Oh, so good.
Oh, so good.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's a classic.
It's a classic. How could you go wrong with a classic like that? I mean, come on.
It's like IBM. How do you go wrong with
How do you go wrong with IBM? Why IBM? Why? Anyway, let's see. I smell money. Sofi getting trash because 24 looks like a top when people bought money. They're taking profits. It's not getting trashed at all. It's just fluctuating in a range. It's not getting trashed at all. You newbies don't know the lingo. You're making up your own lingo, and you're exaggerating because you need attention. Maybe you didn't get attention at home and you want attention here, and so using words like trashed, it's ripping, it's crashing. No, but it's okay. You're newbies, and that's how it is. Every day another newbie shows up and an oldie dies off. It's all right. Anyway, Sofi is down 18 cents. It's not crashing. No, it's down 18 cents. You kids got to learn to relax. We used to say take a pill. Now we say, you can't do that. GameStop down 204. Matterport 23.28 up $1.08. ME down 18 cents. It's not crashing. Spire down a penny. It's not crashing. ATIP 3.97 up 14 cents. It's not crashing. SmartRent 11.04 up 86 cents. It's not ripping. It's just correcting to where it was yesterday. Sextera down 18 cents. AMC up 65. Robinhood down up $1.08. Vanek Vectors down 56 cents. Robinhood or Home Depot up $1.30. IBM down 55. Why? We're up 86 on the Dow. We're up 237 on Microsoft at 334. Apple up 3 cents to 147.90. Tesla down $19 to $1,043. Bed Bath & Beyond up down 26 cents. BlackBerry up a quarter. Royal Caribbean down 35 cents. And Goldman down 207 a share. Amazon up 10, Facebook up 6, Alphabet up $23, Costco up $1.99, Cisco down 12 cents, and there it is. There's not a lot, not a whole lot going on. We've got a gain on the Dow, a gain on the S&P of 6.5 points. We have a gain of 34 on NASDAQ. That's where it's at, folks. It's not a big, crazy, wild, unbelievable day that you'll never forget for the rest of your lives. It's okay. Nothing bad happening. We're fine. And if you're playing the market right, and a lot of you have figured out how to do this now, you are making money here, and I'm happy you are. There's a little dip on ATIP to 393. That's a buying opportunity. It's not called a crash. It's a buying opportunity. All right. There you go. 394 now. 939,000 volume on ATIP. I kind of get the impression the buyer buys, holds back, sees how much comes in, buys it up, stops, lets it come back, buys what comes in, takes it away, takes it away, takes it away, again and again and again. It's been the pattern for 3 days now. I like it. I like how this is working out. All righty. What else? I've got puts on Bank of BAC. Is that Bank of? I'm not sure who's BAC. It's not Bank of. Is that Bank of America? I hope they crash and burn after all those overdraft fees they took from me in my 20s. Mirko, you know that's $1,280 in a day. That's pretty good money. That is pretty good money. Yeah, and you can make more of it. Absolutely. These trades are gold. Gold, baby. Gold, Jerry. Gold. Let's see what's going on here. 500 thumbs ups, and I'll finish my coffee, says DQ. Thumbs, says Bama Babe. Thank you, Bama Babe. Is that how this works? Is that how this works? I just bought back $26 SoFi call contracts for December 3rd that I sold at $1.25, bought back at 45 cents just now. 1,600 in an honest day's work. Thank you very much. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Right on, you guys. This is it. This is the kind of money you can make on these kinds of stocks. If you've made good money on your call contracts as these shares went up and you convert them now into stock and you are a writer, you start to write contracts. Bingo. Even if he did 5 of them, that's a $400 day. Think about that. You start with a couple of shares, 100 shares, 200 shares, 300, build up. You write contracts, buy them back. Write contracts, buy them back. Ebb and flow. Free money being handed to you by the gamblers. Thank you very much. Let's see. Apple to 152.50. Help me, Lord. I can vouch for number 142. Stand up there. Stand up guy. Throws the best parties. Handsome too. Very good. Thank you, buddy. Credit Savage. Good job. Good morning. 424. The Credit Savage coach. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, Credit Savage. I don't know about this Bruce guy, but thumbs up for the lamp. What lamp? Well played. Thanks, Vin. We'll have another 20 calls further out, which OFC I'm holding on to. Alrighty, let's see here. Bruce, I just bought your lesson on writing call and put options. I need to stop buying contracts and start making money on premiums, becoming a writer. Thank you. Yes, that is the difference. You have got to become a writer, not the gambler. You've got to become the casino. Be the house. That's the way it's done. ATIP 391.5 up 8.5 cents, backing off a little bit here. Todd, thank you, Jersey Todd, for the donation on PayPal. Just came in. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Love those PayPal donations. Spire down 9 cents. ME down 27. Matterport up 98. GameStop at $200, 77 cents down 355. All of you out there who wrote GameStop options last week that expire today, congratulations. If you wrote 205s, 10s, 20s, 30s, 40s, way to go, guys. SoFi 22.84 down 13 cents. It's not crashing. Rocket Lab down 4 cents. Smart Rent up 77 to 10.95. Cyxtera down 14 to 9.64. AMC at 39.98, right around $40, up 52 cents, trying to desperately hold on to the 40 level. The president is selling the stock. The CEO is dumping stock in AMC. What does that tell you? They're not making money and he's dumping stock. What does it tell you? I don't know. Anyway, there you go. I sold a sweet little call for SoFi yesterday. November 19 expiry, a $27 strike. I made 22 cents stink bid, just hit the drop and bought back for 10 cents on that sudden drop a second ago. 12 cents, 8 months, but it was 3 times this week. So 3 times 12 cents, 36 cents, $36 on a, it's all money. It's all money. Take it. Just take the money. Let's go. Just doubled down on ATIP when it hit 280. Very happy right now. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, what's better? 10 250 ATIP January 23 calls or 500 ATIP shares? January 23 calls. Rob, look, I like the idea of the calls because of the leverage. And if you can, you get a nice run, you'll score. And if the game plan is to convert it into stock later and write options, way to go, man. Nothing wrong with the 500 shares in the meantime, anyway. So if I gut punching me right now, let's go. And what else is going on? Vilba says, I'd say the stock, Rob. At least you can hold it long enough for it to go up enough to make you money. And let's see. Yeah, that's true. If you're into SoFi, Cheddar Stack says, you really got to understand what happens with the stock price. You have whales in there, huge investors. You have traders. They sell 100,000 at 23 to buy 1 million at 22. I mean, there's huge players. It's true. It's been so obvious all year. I watched the volume. I watched the charts. I remember what the stock did last week and yesterday. Jordan, DQ, yeah, it's not the first time for me either. We'll get one day or maybe not. Nice, says 420. Nice, 420. I'm not sure about what 420 is being talked about here. Where are we at right now? ATIP hit 420 for the high, but it's not there right now. We're at 390, but still, lots of trading now. 1 million shares finally traded. Not near what we did the other day, but there you have it. ATIP up 6.5 cents. Spire down 7, ME down 24, Matterport down 88. I got to catch up with your messages. I'm way behind here. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, I sold my SoFi calls at $22 yesterday or today. Bought them back 45 cents for my sold price of $127, more than a 50% profit. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Nicely done.
Nothing wrong with 50% profit.
And more. Yeah, exactly. I love reading these.
And doing it in one day. Bonus.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyone writing Matterports this morning? If you wrote 24s and 25s, the stock's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Still up 87 cents. I mean, hey, what can I say for next week? It's always good. Next freak. Some lit a fire under MTTR. Yes. There you go. Noise. Anyway, there you go. I read recently, Coyote, that GameStop and AMC short sellers lost an estimated $10 billion so far.
Wow.
Yikes. Whatever. Cheddar Stack says, I just want people to be comfortable owning the stock and understanding why you have the stock go down or whatever for no reason. It goes up and down. Just relax. It fluctuates. Mm-hmm. It does that. They don't go in one straight line either way. They constantly fluctuate because it's human emotion that's driving stock prices. Mm-hmm. That's it. Jen knows. Mm-hmm. I know. Now
nothing
you know.
Nothing goes straight up. Nothing goes straight down.
That's right. Exactly right. There you have it.
You got to ride the train.
You got to ride that train, baby. You got to ride the highway, man. The highway goes up and down. You got to ride the highway.
I think I'm actually getting worse at the slicing because you got one thin and one fat.
I get a really thin slice and a real fat slice.
I know.
But you know what? It's a bagel nonetheless.
It's a bagel.
Yeah, it's a Sherman's bagel. Thank you,
I'm
Jen.
going to go watch the little hummingbirds.
Okay.
Flit around.
We have hummingbirds outside. They're beautiful. Love this bagel. Oh boy. Dow's up 100. High of the day. U.S. workers still quitting jobs at record levels and worsening the labor crunch. I say good. Oh, nice. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. Clay, I bought some ATIP $5 December 17 calls a couple days ago. I'm not sure when the exit should be since I've got a month of time. The wacky climb right now, I'm not sure what to do. Just stick around, Clay. It's going to jump. It's going to fluctuate up and down. Up and down. Right now it's 390. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Let the stock fluctuate. It's going higher. Mm-hmm. Bahama says, Cheddar, the smartest people I know are not college educated. DQ. Uncle Bruce, your thoughts on always putting in a 1 cent buy to close bid on covered calls that we write, i.e., we never let them expire out of the money. We always see them close at $1 a contract. Usually, what I recommend is 99% of the time, if you've written a contract for 30 cents, 50 cents, 80 cents, $1.50, $5, $8, whatever, and it's come back, I'm long gone. I mean, I would be telling clients, if I had them now, get out when they're down to 15, 14, 12, 10 cents. Move on. Don't get the last penny. Just get out and move on, because you are giving away time for no good reason. If your contracts are worth 15 cents and they used to be $1 and there's 4 days left to go, you are now killing yourself with potential returns, because you are wasting 4 days of valuable time to make another 15 cents when you could buy them back at 15 and write new contracts that might be $1.20 that have 12 trading sessions to go. You're not in it until the end. You're in it for the degradation, the depreciation level. So get out at 120, sell them and buy them back at 30. Sell them at 80 and buy them back at 20. Sell them at $14 and buy them at $10. Sell them at $8.50 and buy them back at $4. Forget this. Oh, I'm going to get every penny out of it. Forget that trade. Don't even think about that trade. Think about, I'm up 50% on my money. I'm out of here. I'm up 60% in 3 days. I'm out of here. Reposition yourself. Look for the next contract that's closer into the action, that has that crazy premium, because that's what's going. They're constantly trading. Forget the last penny and the last nickel and the last dime. Just forget about it. Anyway, there you go. What else is going on here? Good morning, Jen. I'm glad I waited to sell the Matterport covered call. Jennifer, did you get a good price for it? Is it coming off right now? Can you buy it back already? Keep an eye on it. I got an ATIP $5 puts for $125 2 days ago. Break even $375, looking like free money. So you sold the put. You didn't get it. You wrote it, right? Let's make sure we get the terminology right. You were paid $125. So that you're committing to buy the stock at $375. I'm assuming that's what's going on. I'm hoping that's what we did here. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. What else is going on? Uncle Bruce, I bought 30 calls for $750 on ATIP for January 23. Good or bad deal, 95 cents. You're out of ways, so you got enough time. But I'd rather you were buying 2022s at 5. That's where because you're getting a much sooner return on your money. But you're buying the time, so okay. Michael also bought back my Sofi calls I wrote yesterday. $900 profit, less than 24 hours. No complaints. Nicely done. Just sitting here watching my ATIP 5 May 2022 call. And let's see. Matterport wants to go. It's right now up 67 cents, but it's been higher. 22.87. The high of the day, 23.62 on 1 million shares. We'll see if it pops back up later today. ATIP still up 5.5 cents to 388.5. And let's see. What else? Uncle Bruce, do you have a 2 a.m. slot? Let's see. Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen, in a few, Sean will send a donation. It'll come from Taxdown. Wanted to send earlier in the week, but somebody got to make the money to pay the bills. That's Sean. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Just thank you guys. Always, you're incredible. You're always just the best, and I thank all of you who are doing this. Thank you. Jersey, thanks, buddy. Again, thank you for that. Your donation that came through earlier. I appreciate that. very, very much. Okay. Um, let's see here. Thank you guys. I'm just trying to keep up on all the stuff going on here. Uh, okay. All righty. Moving on. Let's see. Uh, okay. Rich Deschamps, I have a $2.50 call expiring February 2022. Uh, I know I got time, but when it comes to the day I have to take my profits, which strategy is the best? Get the shares or sell the contract? Sell the contract, take the money, buy the stock. Okay. Please don't yell at the younger generations. It could be for the first time. They have never heard this before. Oh, man. My gosh. What kind of call options would one write for ATIP? Thank you for the stupid question, Charles. Zach, Zach, I think he's kidding, but you're right. Wait, Charles, wait. Oh, gosh. Oh man. What else is going on here? I'm just trying to catch up with these comments. There's so many comments here. Can't read them all. Can't do it. I sold 4 Sofi 25s for November 19 yesterday for 80 cents. Limit bid hit today at 24. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Beautifully done, Coyote. Beautiful. Um, yeah. Okay. What else is going on here? Oh man, lots of comments. Thanks everybody for being here. Just pardon me while I try to catch up with all your comments. Uh, I'm only 6 minutes behind. Yay! Okay, I think I'm caught up. Hi, everybody. And Dow's only up 40 now. This is the low of the day now. Dow going down. S&P up 5. NASDAQ up 37. Okay. Mm. Oh boy. Test Donkey. Testy Donkey. Bought back the put I sold for Matterport today for a 60% profit. Just sold a SoFi $23 put for 105. And Let's see. Let's see. Did you get my email? Yes, I did, sir. I've got it. Thank you for that. I will be back to you. I will be back to you later. Thank you very much for that. I got your. I got your. I'm set for your appointment, but I don't know how to reach you. Now I can reach you. Thank goodness. I could present help me like a drill sergeant in boot camp, so we're okay. Now that you're all caught up, quick 30-second reminder as to what's a good profit on writing. Well, writing a contract. Look, if you write I don't care what the contract is, who it is, for what, whatever. You sell a contract for $1 or for 100% of your proceeds, and you can buy it back for 1/3 of that price, 33 cents on the dollar, 40 cents, 50 cents. In hours, you've made a score. That's a huge score. You can take that off the table. If you write a contract, today, and on Monday you can buy it back for half the price you sold it for, that's a score. I'm not suggesting you sell a contract for $1 and never buy it back. I suggest whatever price you sell your call for, if you can score 30%, 60, 70, 80 quickly, that's an opportunity. Then you look for your next opportunity to write another one. You just shop around, wait. Put in stink bits. So if you sell a contract for $1.70 and you think that it might go down to 80 cents in the next few days, great. Put in a bid at 61 in the meantime anyway, just for fun. Because if you get a dip like we had last night on Smart Rent, or any stock, like that kind of a dip on any stock, you might get that contract at 61 cents. You never thought that you would get at 61 because you were ready to pay 81 when it got there. But you get a notification going, you just bought 5 calls at 61. Oh my God. There's an extra 20 cents you never thought coming your way. Thank you very much. 10 calls, 20 cents, lots of money. Just saying. Hypothetical, what happens to the covered call right after a stock split? It's going to split and right deep in the money. Okay, let's say it's 2-for-1 split. Okay, you wrote a call option. The stock was 200 a share. You wrote a $200 call option. The stock splits 2-for-1. It's now trading at 100 a share. There's double the number of shares out there. You now have 2 options. Instead of 1, you got 2. They split 2. But you have 2 options with a $100 strike price instead of 1 with a $200 strike price. That's all. Hector, thank you. Thanks, Hector. Those are kind words. I appreciate it. Okay. Finishing my bagel. Get back to work. Just playing with my big ass iPad, folks. It's not working properly. It's having issues here. It drives me nuts sometimes. It is what it is. It's okay. Oh no, Mr. Bill. Oh gosh. All right. Sextera down 18. Smart Rent up 80. ATIP still up 4 cents. Spire down 17. ME down 50. Matterport up 83. GameStop down 303. SoFi down 17. Rocket Lab down a dime. By the time I've given to by Uncle Bruce, the time I have given to your daily broadcasts, plus now the Wednesday evening show, has proven to be an amazing investment in my later in life financial education. I refer to you as my guru. Hector, kind words, thank you. High praise indeed. Zach, Hector, I say the same thing when I tell others about this channel. My knowledge I have now and my future ideas of success, all thanks to my YouTube guru. Thank you, Zach. Dunca says, Michael, Zach, 668 people, 527 thumbs ups. Pretty good ratio. But we can do better. We do have 531 thumbs ups, and I thank you folks for this support. Appreciate it. I Smell Money says, Uncle Bruce, thank you for the reminder on profits. It amazes me on people trying to make 100%, even when they analyze, even when analysts and brokers look for so much less. We have a great group here who are hungry for more. Bill Coyne, good morning, Uncle Bruce. Well, welcome, Bill. Mark, Bruce, eat some veggies. We want to keep you around for a while. DQ, I think the lesson I haven't really learned yet is to set an exit strategy up front for my options trades. And I got to tell you guys that when I tell you to write options, I am trying to make you do the hardest trade first. The hardest trade to do is a sell trade. It's the hardest one to pull off. And I am making you guys become sellers first, buyers second on these call options. And remember, when I tell you to try to write options on whatever stock you're playing with here, try to get the maximum amount for your contract. In other words, don't hit the bid. If it's a 20, 30 cent spread between buy and sell, don't just hit the bid. Offer the contracts just below the lowest offer that's out there. So the market is 80 to 95 or 80 to $1, then be a 99 seller or a 98 seller, or if you have to be a 95 seller, be a 95 seller. I'm not sure of the increments, but try to be one increment below the cheapest seller. Always offer your contracts at an oddball price so that you're the first in line. Don't go nice round numbers. And on the buy side, it's the same thing. If you get out at 99 and you were hoping to buy back at around 35 to 40, put in a stink bid at 31. Keep an eye on the market. If you see the stock go down and the contracts back off, time goes by, the contracts back off into the 60s, you got your 31-cent stink bid in there, just in case, odd number. But if you begin to notice the contract into the 50, 45 range, and you were thinking 40 cents, then change your order, make it a 41-cent buy order, 1 penny above 40, first in line, just ahead of all the buyers at 40, and let it come to you. Max out your sell price, max your buy price, and if you're a nickel ahead or a dime ahead on each side of the trade, doesn't sound like a lot, but if it's 10 cents a contract, it's $10 a contract. 10 contracts, $100. 4 or 5 trades a month, $100 a pop to you, 400 or 500 more profit to you. It adds up to thousands. Don't give it away. KW says, thank you. Guru Bruce kind of has a ring to it, says Gonzo. TF, I wrote us something. I have been trying to be better and taking profits and leaving to one contract to gamble with. Again, don't go for the maximum, I'm going to get every penny out of this. No, forget about it. Time is money here. And if this contract is given up 60, 70, 80%, you've gotten almost everything it's going to give you. Take it back, buy it back, and write a new contract that has the fat premium on it. And it might be because you wrote something with 8 days to go. Now there's 4 days to go. Buy that thing back and now write a contract with 8 or 10 or 12 days to go and experience the crash of premium over the next 5, 6 days again. And if you're buying back with 3, 4 days to go, at pennies on the dollar, take it and run and rewrite and enjoy those next 3 days that you would have been sitting with this contract. You're now enjoying 3 days of new depreciation from 120 to from 120 to 90 already in 3 days, rather than from 20 to 0. You've already made 30 cents over a year, and you continue to make money. Anyway, I wrote a smart in December 17, 2021, a 12 and a half put yesterday. I never thought that order would make it, but it did. Laughing out loud. Right on. Smart rent put right on. And the stock is up today. Nice. I can send Uncle Bruce biological jelly, 90%, 70% fruits, maybe more healthy. It sounds dirty, says Michael. Sean, Uncle Bruce, did you get our payment yet? Want me to have? I wonder, Sean, send it again, laughing out loud. I'm not sure if it came through. Guys, I'm so busy. I can't keep up with all this stuff. We had one come through from Jersey Todd. Is that the one? From New Jersey. Is that the one? We got it. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Where am I? DQ as a day trader, Fenville. I think about my margin call, intraday power buyer a lot. So profit is profit for me. I don't usually let profit sit for a few days. Tip premium was 260. Sorry for the defragmented message. I'm really not used to YouTube chat. Never used it before. No problem, Tiff. It's all good. Yeah, wrote a smart rent put and making money. Way to go, man. Way to go. This is good stuff. Tiff, well done. Okay. What else is going on here? I don't know what else is going on. I'm trying to stay on top of what's happening in this world. It's crazy world of ours. All right, here we go. My big ass iPad is up and alive again after taking a timeout for whatever reason. NASDAQ still showing a gain here. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with this thing. Yeah, we're up 33 on NASDAQ. We're up 6 on S&P. We're up 35 on the Dow. Let's see. Fabulous. Aspire at 529, down 15 cents. ATIP at 385, up 1.5 cents. Over a million traded now. Matterport 2286, up 66 cents. High of the day 2362. So might have another high of the day later today. Who knows? Those of you who wrote options this morning, way to go. Looking good. SoFi 2284, down 13, 2283 right now. The low 2217, the high 2360. The low was around 10 o'clock. The high was at the opening, and we're now down only 14 cents. Over 11 million traded on SoFi now. Okay. And yeah, there we are. And let's see where we at over here. There we go. Punching in this one. There it goes. GameStop 199.55 now, down 477. Those of you who've written contracts on GameStop, you're watching your calls come down further and further. Well done, especially those of you who had to roll over last week. You're certainly getting rewarded here. This is good stuff. And next week, time keeps going by. Those contracts will depreciate. Time value will keep shrinking. Let's see. Damn it, Jim says, I'm in no way as experienced as Uncle Bruce, but I can tell you, you never take a profit and then think, oh, gee, I could have made more if I waited. Just right again and repeat. Exactly. Take a profit and move on to the next trade. Thanks for your hard work this week, says Happy Pappy. Thank you. Damn it, Jim, for years I've wrote, bought, and repeated, done well. Scooter, happy Friday, good folk. Thanks to another week of hustle, Uncle Bruce. Thank you, everybody, and well done, everyone, making money out there. That's what I want to see. Rocket Lab down 14, SoFi down 16, GameStop down $5, Matterport up 74 cents, ME down 41, Spire down 14, ATIP up 1.5 pennies, Smart Rent up 81 cents to 10.99, Sextera down 22 cents. The Dow is now up 49. It's improved a bit. It's now 51. S&P up 8 almost, and NASDAQ around 36. So the markets have improved a bit here. Again, it's a Friday. We're going to have to, tolerate this fluctuation at the end. I don't see the world coming to an end today. I can't even see it from here at the end of the world. 150, 1.56 on the 10-year note. For interest rates, they were at 1.58 this morning, now 1.56. So there's no problem on the interest rate front today to speak of. That's a good thing. And so there you have it, 53-point gain on the Dow. Oil down 41 cents to 81.18. So that's a good thing too. Fabulous, 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 all of you. Thank you for sticking around. We now have on the day 551 thumbs ups. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate that. Thank you. Keep them coming in. We love this. Mm. Yeah, not much else not much else coming around on the headlines today. The same old is just going around and around and around on the stock headlines this morning. Talking about the companies that are splitting and Elon selling stock and that kind of thing. And sold Nice says sold $24 covered calls yesterday for 95 cents for November 19th, which is next Friday. Sold them today or bought them today for around 35 cents. So you sold them at 95, you bought them back at 35. Beautiful job. That's the kind of profit you want to score. There's no point in holding a short position now on these calls for 35 cents for the next week. It's not worth it. You got your 60 cents right now. That's more than half. You take this, and if the shares bounce back up here this afternoon, which can be done. I mean, we're 22.78. They go to 23.50 later today. You can write 24s all over again, and they'll come back to 85, 90 cents, maybe $1, depending on how high the stock goes. And you'll write them again, and you'll just sit back and go, okay, go ahead, stock or clock, time. The time will drain them. The movement of the stock will drain them, and you'll score again. And this is great. If you can do this with one, that's a $60 profit. You do this with 10 contracts, $600. 30 contracts, $1,800. The market can handle hundreds and hundreds of contracts per order, not a problem. So a lot of liquidity there, a lot of potential there. You got to love this. It's money being handed to you. GameStop gives it to you. Matterport gives it to you. Sofi is going to give it to you. And others are coming. They're coming. Waiting for Rocket Lab to go up another $6. We're waiting for ME to go up $8. We're waiting for Smart Rent to go up $9, go up $9. Sexterra to go up 10. We'll have more. We'll be writing options on all of these guys, and you will be doing this again and again and again to not have a day job anymore. You don't need to have a day job to do this. You don't need to hire anyone to do it. You'll do it your own, and you'll watch the markets as a whole. You'll keep an eye on things. And away we go. I'm excited for you. Jeffries adjusts price target on SoFi to 26 from 24. They really reiterate their buy rating. So that's good to hear. Let's see. What else going on here? Thank you, everybody. Take my thumbs, Uncle Bruce, and keep talking, buddy. Keep it going. There you have it. There you go. Mostly red on our stocks. Matterport is up. ATIP is up a penny and a half. Smart Rent up 80. Everything else is red today. But if it's red, you're buying back contracts. If it's green, you're writing contracts. So kind of a simple process once you figure out how it works. How about that? Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff, man. The Dow up 47.5 points right now. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. What else is I gonna say? Yeah, not much else. I mean, it's whatever the news day is, it is. If there's a breaking news, we'll cover it. These companies want to talk. We'll follow their announcements. Just not sure if they're going to say much. Press releases go and so on, of course. nothing there. Okay. Yeah, Matterport, $23, up 80 cents here. Looking good. High today, 23.62, and we're back into that 23 range right now on Matterport. Beautiful. Okay. Looking at 23andMe at 12.59, down 48 cents. It sure jumps back and forth on a daily basis, doesn't it? Back and forth and back and forth. I can't wait for this to get into the 20s. You'll have fun with options on these. You're going to have fun on these. Okay. Smart Rent, another one. 11.05 now, up 87. When this gets into the 20s, oh, we're going to have fun on this one. Okay. ATIP at 389 popped a little bit, just up 6 cents right now. 1.22 million plus volume on ATIP. And no announcement. I got no news on it. Unless anyone hears something different, I have nothing on it. Nothing that I see going on it. It looks like Rocket Lab took a pop here. It just went from 14.08 to 14.28, up 20 cents rather abruptly. Nice to see a little pop here on Rocket Lab. I don't know if there's any announcement anywhere, any news on it. Got nothing here, but it's now 14.29 on the day now. This is about 7 cents away from the high of the day, which was at the opening at 14.36. Rocket Lab now 14.29, up 6 cents. Volume now is 661,000 on Rocket Lab. Say just jumped again, or it just shifted here now. 14.29, 14.28. Okay, it's 14.29, 14.28. All right. Good. SoFi a little higher in here now, only down 14 cents to 22.84. And Matterport 23.03 climbing again. ATIP 389.5, up 6.5 cents, trying to do 390 on ATIP. Smart Rent 11.04, 11.06 on Smart Rent now, still 9.51 on Sextera. IBM down 46 cents. Why IBM? Why? We're up 55 on the Dow. Apple up 76 cents. Royal Caribbean down 50. And Goldman Sachs down $1.14. Okay. Trying to figure out what these markets are going to do. 392 on ATIP. Now we're up 9. Climbing again on ATIP. Let's see here. What about that? Yeah. 391 on ATIP. Okay. There you go. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Let's see here. Knowledge is power. Thanks, Uncle B. Thank you, Julie. Damage him. I was thumbs up number 44. I waited for that number this morning. Monday shooting for 34. Zach, Uncle Bruce, since you are currently living in California, what is your opinion on avocado? One of my favorite bagels I have in the morning, egg, cheese, and avocado. It's a winner. I'm not an avocado guy. Jen loves it. I'm not that guy. Hops, Uncle Bruce, what if you were to write a covered call that is right at the money? It then proceeds to inch up, therefore bleeding money. What is the safest way to keep above water if you were doing this intraday? Well, the only reason you'd be writing a call at the money is that it has a premium on it to make it worth your while. Like say GameStop. If you're writing an at the money GameStop that will die next week Friday, and you're writing a GameStop, around this 200 range, if there's only a $1 premium on it for next Friday, I wouldn't write it. If for next Friday though it's offering me $4, $5, or $6, I might write that in the money call. Now, if the stock inches up a dollar or two, you could say, well, gee, the contract's going to go up in value because it's $2 in the money now. But on Monday morning, it's got 4 days left to live, or 4.5, versus 5.5 days to live. So it might only go up 50 cents in value because the stock may have gone up $2, but the time value will shrink on it. By Tuesday, if the stock goes back to where it was when you wrote it in the first place, the call might be at 4.50. You're already up $1.50 on the thing. By Wednesday, the stock's back to 22. It's 2 in the money, but it might only be trading at 350, 375 because the time value is shrinking out on it. You're up on it. If by Thursday morning it's back to the 200 mark, the contract is flat, has no book value, has 1.5 days left to live, it might be a $2 contract. So you make money anyway. Even though the stock did not go down, it went up a bit but came back, hung around, you make money on anyway because of the shrinkage of time value. Even on Thursday, if the stock's at $22, the contract only has a $2 book value and maybe 1 day of time value, it might be trading at $3. You still made $3. On Friday morning, if the stock's sitting at 203 and the contract is 3 in the money, you're still making money because it's trading at maybe $4. You sold them at 6. And on Friday afternoon, the stock's at 205. The contract's at $5. You still made money. And you were wrong. It went the wrong way. You still made money. That's why you write options. Get it? Get it? Orion, Uncle Bruce, Xterra being quiet. Is this a good thing? Correct? Something's going on. There's something happening in there, but they're not talking. And I'm waiting. I like to think that it would be good. I'm waiting. Nick M. Hi, Bruce. I sold a Spire put, 1750 for November 19, for 839 back in the good old days. Okay, sold a Spire put. Is it worth buying it back at a $2,000 loss now, or seeing if we get some uplift next week? Okay, so at 839 coming in, you're still on the hook for it at 8 something a share. You're officially down $2,000. This is an interesting question because we're talking about a stock here that has dropped down to $5.30. I mean, from writing a 1750 put and you're having the stock crap out to 530. He's only down $2,000. I mean, wow. That says a lot. Now, between now and next week, unfortunately, November, he's got to do something. Now, you can do a rollover, and you can buy this one back, and you can sell a December put if you want to continue on with this, or you take your loss and look for your next opportunity. But if the stock were to come up $1 to the 630 level, let's say, that would cut your loss in half. I mean, you would get dollar for dollar recovery, right? But yeah, it's in the money right now. Definitely in the money. Take the 530 from the 1750. It's 12.20 in the money, and you were paid 839 for it. So 12.20 less the 839, you're out the money. The higher it can go, the less you lose. The lower it continues to go, the more you lose. And so you have to decide, how do you want to play this? You may want to look at a December put instead and buy this one back and then write December 15. If you get premium, if there's premium, maybe write a December 10 or a December 8. I mean, I don't know which one to tell you to do because I'm not looking at the chain. But Nick, those are your options right at the moment. Scratch is running. What is this? Can we get that 23andMe lady back on CNBC? Chicago Transit Minority, money moves. Thanks, buddy, for this donation. I really appreciate it. It really helps a lot. Hector, Uncle Bruce, I had been retired from my jobs for 11 years. Then I started to watch your broadcasts. We're the same age. Your perspectives suit me. We were together Monday to Friday now. It's not a job, and it's not a job. Thank you, Hector. Appreciate it. As kind of you, kind words. Oh my! Stop eating avocado toast if you want to save money. What can I say? Let's see what else is going on here. um, a lot of people talk to each other. I don't want to get in the middle of the conversations. Anyway, okay. I just inked over 7,000 buying back Cisco calls. Nice job. Hops. Thanks, Uncle Bruce. Very insightful. Thanks, Hops Warlock, for your donation, too. Thank you. Oh, my. Let's see. Uncle Bruce, I have 5 SoFi call options. I keep rolling them forward, waiting for the bank charter. Is there any financial benefit to consolidating the 5 into one if they're all at the same strike price? Probably not. If you have 5 and the stock takes off, you have 500 shares of leverage instead of 100 shares of leverage. So I think you want to stay with 5, my guess, but I'm not sure which ones these are. Let's see, Bruce. So what are your thoughts on SoFi closing below $20? What is this? The open interest on strikes from 20 to 25 are huge. Think they'll knock them down. Hearing it is the largest OI globally this week, and again, November 19. There's no guarantee any option activity will guarantee any movement on the stock ever. There's no guarantee. You're speculating that there's going to be movement on the stock because of all the options outstanding on the stock. It could well be, BW, that the only reason that there's this much activity on the stock and open interest on the contracts, the only reason there's so much interest for this weekend and this thing was the earnings this week. That might have been it right there. And there was nothing more to it. There's no conspiracy going on. There's no secret society going to do anything. It's just people gambled all week long between 20 and 25 on the stock. And the earnings people thought would be terrible and the stock would crash out. And it didn't happen. And now here we are at $22.84. Could the stock go below $20? Anytime. But will it? I don't know. Could it go above 25 today? Yeah. But will it? I don't know. So these contracts are just contracts. That's all. We love to read into stuff. We're desperate to read into it that there's something really big going on behind the scenes. People playing options are just like us. They're just as smart or they're just as stupid as we are. It's the same. Everyone has their same mentality in any entity you're into. So that's all I can say. That's all. Yeah. Sorry. Don't joke, Bruce. Oh, my. Anyway, there you go. That's all I can tell you. Rocket Lab unchanged at 1423. That's where we're at right now. Down 16 cents on SoFi. It's not going down right now. GameStop 198 down 632. Those of you written contracts on GameStop, you got to be happy. You got to be happy. Matterport, we're up 88 to 2308. ME down 67 to 1239. Spire down 13 cents, although it's come back a bit. We were as low as 527. We're now 530.31. Okay. ATIP 393 now, up a dime. 1.4 million traded versus 30 million on Wednesday. Where is all that stock? It's not coming back. It's not for sale. It's not here anymore. It's gone away. Smart Rent 1102 up 84. Okay, Sextera down a quarter right now. The Dow's back up 112, near the high of the day again. It's recovered. All in the last hour, it's come right back up to beat the high of the day. Microsoft up 317, Apple up 93 cents, Tesla down 24 bucks, Royal Caribbean down 77 cents, and Goldman down 14 cents. It's coming up right now. There you go. There you have it. Okay. Uh, let's see. Yeah, BW. Yeah, you've never seen open interest like that before, right? Yeah, this is a sign for us, my friend. We have to get used to this new increased activity on SoFi. What do we have? 60 million trade the other day. That was big volume. This is the new normal. Like we're going to see massive speculation on SoFi because there's hundreds of millions of shares to play with. So there can be tens of thousands of contracts that will be created going forward now. So get used to this new normal. 13 million shares traded today, by the way, already. We'll probably end up with 20, 25 million today. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of this kind of activity, BW. And, we just have to accept it as part of the new scenario here. It's not good nor bad. It's just what it is, right? Okay, Splair. Yeah, I hear a lot of 2025 SoFi. What's with the first trading day? January experienced my first year of the big down and the first day of normally 10%. I don't know what that means. And people are asking. Jordan is asking, do you all have recommendations for option trading? I'm debating Fidelity and Tasty Works. I'm so over Webull. Anybody know? Hey, Uncle Bruce, Fidelity finally let me do poor man covered calls, taking advantage of my 7 SoFi $15 May, and I bought in 500. I brought in 500 additional. It can't be this easy, right? There you go. Can't be this easy. Uncle Bruce, I wrote a GameStop November 19, 250 for 216. But I just bought it back just now for $1.21. How'd I do on that? Not bad, eh? Not bad. Bruce, say you've got a portfolio worth 100,000. Okay, well, where's the rest of your question, Zach? It's hot sauce. I wrote covered calls last week on SoFi. Bought them back yesterday for a 65% gain. Then today, during the dip, I bought some calls for 11.19 for 23 strike at 61. If it goes up, sell, then write covered calls again. Well, you're on both sides of the market, but you are now gambling way more on these than you were on the other side because you have no time here if you're wrong. But I hear you. I know the tendency. Some of you guys get so overconfident too. Don't let this. You make money on these rights. You are still. You're no smarter than you were 15 minutes earlier if you make money on writing calls. Being on both sides, damn it, Jim. You could blow all that dough on those calls. The writing is where you make your steady income and where you can sleep at night. The buying longs, that's where you get ulcers and you could really blow it. But hey, it's your money, man, and do it any way you want. Jordan, stay where you are and wait for SoFi to open up options when bank charter comes through. Just keep your options closer on the dates the transfer is not held when you leave. Okay. Woot, make Matterport cover calls filled my stink bit. How about that? 22.97 on the stock. Why can't ME hold 13? I don't know. More sellers than buyers, I guess. I'm not sure if anyone else follows unusual whales, but someone just purchased 775 Spire, 7.5 calls 45 minutes ago for expiry next week. Now, someone sold them too. This is a two-way street. Someone sold them. Someone bought them. Let's see what happens. All right. Uncle Bruce, isn't everything dropping at the first trading day of the year in January? That's my question. No, that's not true. Not necessarily true. If you're using Webull, you have to have the cash cleared in your account to buy to close. If you're trying to buy your option back for 50, that's 50 needed, 5 business days to clear in order to buy. Okay. Jordan, BW. I've been thinking about that, but I'm getting impatient. I really want to start writing poor man covered calls, but I'll keep thinking about SoFi. Let's see. I do feel smarter on green days. The only reason I'm doing this, Bruce, is I will write when it's around 24. I hear you, buddy. It's okay. If it works, it works. Zach, damn it, Jim, your name is still my favorite when Bruce says it right. Best of all time. Damn it. Just sit there. reply to making moves. Mr. Seneca says, Jordan Brown, stay away from Tasty Works. They have limitations on certain stocks, and it seems to happen with more active stocks. You'll end up burned in the end. Let's see. I made $2,000, risk 600, then I will write for $3,000 again. Cool beans, man. Uncle Bruce, should I clarify that I don't have 5 SoFi call options, but rather 5 separate call options totaling 200 contracts? Is there any benefit to consolidate into a single 200 call contract? No, there isn't. It's just, uh, you know, it's more a personal preference, I guess. I don't know. I don't think so. I could be wrong here. Hey, Bruce, can you explain poor man covered calls one more time? That just gave me the next level of options training, and I want to give it a try. Julia, you got to watch lesson number 8. You got to do some homework here. You don't just jump into this. This takes. There's money on the table here to do this. There's serious money on the table here, and you really got to understand what you're doing. But the simple explanation is you buy a very deep in the money call option on a stock 3-4 months out from now, and then you are writing very short-term contracts just at or just out of the money in the meantime, and you're trying to score the depreciation on the short calls and keep writing them using the long call as your backup for your short calls. But you got to watch lesson number 8. Anyway. The lessons are great. Thank you, Julie. Okay. Yeah, a lot of commentary back and forth. Okay. Dow up 102, S&P up 19.8. That's a gain. That's a nice move up. NASDAQ up 88. So those two markets have moved up today. They've moved up nicely in the last hour. They've moved up nicely in the last hour. Rocket Lab down 6 cents. SoFi down a dime. GameStop down $6. Matterport up 60. ME down 76. Spire down 15. ATIP up about 11 cents. SmartRent up 81. Sextera down 23. IBM down 53. Dow up 103. Apple up $1. Royal Caribbean down $1. Goldman up 47 cents. Okay. Bruce, can we get a no? What did you do when did I tell you to buy short-term calls? Did I ever tell you to buy 1 month out calls? No, that's right. No. Why not just buy the stock and write weeklies? Yes, of course. But Julia, if you want to do option writing on Goldman Sachs, it's a $400 stock. So you want to buy 100 shares, 40 grand. Now you can write contracts, write one at a time. You got $6,000 instead of $40,000. You can buy an in the money call for Goldman Sachs. Let's say a January or February in the money call, and write short-term calls against it. So you're using 7,000 instead of 40,000. There's the difference on a poor man covered call strategy. That's why we call it a poor man covered call. You haven't got the 40 grand to buy 100 shares. Okay. Anyway, there you go. This has been my strategy at AMC since June. I made a lot, and I say, way to go. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Okay. What's going on here? What lamp? There is no lamp. Don't know what you're talking about here. Idiot. I just saw no, there's no lamp. Hector, Uncle Bruce, the months have passed with me listening to your broadcasts, and my neck and muscles have transitioned from shaking my head in disbelief to now nodding my head in agreement. My chiropractor thanks you. Good stuff. Oh, good stuff. I know the other day, a couple of days ago, I had a real sore neck and shoulder. Here, it was all tight, and I had a headache, and it was about 6:30 at night. I just had dinner, and I wasn't feeling good. So I took a Tylenol, and then I decided, the hell with this. I put on my swimming trunks, grabbed my morning coat, grabbed my towel, got my flops, walked outside to the hot tub, and slowly went in there, put the bubbles on, and just sat in there. And about 30 minutes later, I left that hot tub loose, no pain, slept wonderfully. There you go. Treatment is what it's about. Damn it, nice Bruce, not actually in California. And there is no lamp. He has a green screen. He's sitting in a van down by the river. That's what he's doing. Some of you folks are figuring me out. It's too scary how smart you are. You're figuring out where I'm hanging out right now. Oh, man. I just can't hide on you guys. You're too sharp for me. Thanks all of you for being here today. Thank you for watching the show, asking me a bunch of questions today. I hope you're doing well with your contracts. You're making lots of money. I hope that's what's happening out there for all of you. Thank you for renewing your memberships here, and those of you becoming members for the first time. It's great. It is so gratifying to see this happening. It's fantastic. I really look forward to Wednesday nights, 8:00 Eastern. Now we have the member only show on prime time, 8:00 Eastern. 8:00 Eastern every Monday and Monday evening, every Wednesday evening on this channel. Members only. Thank you all for being on my first show. I look forward to the second one. And thank you for becoming members so that you can be there for that show. I really appreciate that. It's helping us. It's helped keeping us on the air. It is so important for Jen and I. Our membership counts very important to stay alive. Let's see, 592, Zach. Let's go. Uncle Bruce had a Calgon moment. Okay, Sofi finally went green. Did it? Is Sofi green? $23, up 3 cents. Woohoo! A Rocket Lab down a penny. We're up 56 on Matterport. We're still down on ME. We're down on Spire 13. We're up a dime on ATIP. We're up 80 on Spire on SmartRent. Okay. If your back is hurting, you can also go to your nearest ATIP. Oh, there's that. See? Damn it, Jim. I'll put the stapler in jello. Well, if that's the case, take me to the river. That sounds good. Sofi is on the green path right now. Sofi trying to be green again. Yes, indeed. Let's go, Sofi. Let's head up to 24.5, 25. And then a bunch of you can write options all over again. All over again. And here we go again, baby. And you'll start doing the math on weekends when I'm not on the air. You'll start doing the math every weekend, and you go, okay, let me get this straight. I bought this Sofi at $15 when Bruce was yelling at us to buy the Sofi at $15. I'm now writing call options, and I'm making 50 cents every time I flip them over, and that's over 3% per transaction. I did 3 of them this week. I made 10% of my money this week. I love this guy, Bruce. He's great. There you go. Got to send him a donation. I love that guy. Okay, pushing 23. Uncle Bruce, when you next have a headache, roll down on the In and Out and get yourself a double animal style. All will be right with the world. Add a few of the sport peppers, and boom goes the dynamite. Oh, man. Yikes. When you write on Sofi, do you write on all the shares you have? If you want to, you don't have to. If you have 100 shares, you can write 1. If you got 500 shares, you can write 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 contracts. You can decide to write 1 contract that expires like a 2250, 124, a 25, a 26. They all die next week or the week after. You spread them out, push them around. It makes no difference. Whatever you want. Serious question, Uncle Bruce. What's your opinion on QYLD? I don't know what it is. That's my honest opinion. Apple finally on the rise. This thing's going to give me a damn aneurysm. Apple is up $1.70 to $49.57, moving smartly higher on Apple right now. It is. I don't know why, but it is moving higher. $149.66. Go Apple. I definitely love this guy, Bruce. Drop me in the water. Obama, I just did a scary thing. I bought some ME puts. Bought ME puts at 1250 strike. It tanked from 1325 to 1238. I sold for a profit. I meant to sell the put out 2 weeks, made money, but lesson learned. Okay, so you wanted to write them, but you didn't. You bought them. Okay, I see what you mean. So you bought them, you made money, and you get well. Now you can write them because the stock's down. Now's the perfect time to write them because you're looking for the stock to go up. Okay, way to go, Obama, babe. It's fun. Don't forget mustard fried at In-N-Out. I keep forgetting to ask. So, DQ, describe to me what a mustard fried is at In-N-Out. I want to hear this. I want to know this. I'm open to reading it. I'd like to know. Please tell me what it is. All right. Because yesterday we were at In-N-Out and we had the fries with the cheese on the top, the melted cheese. We tried that for the first time yesterday. SoFi 23.12 up 15 cents now. Go SoFi, go, let's go. We're down a penny on Rocket Lab. We're up 71 cents on Matterport. ME down 66, 1241. Time to write puts. Spire 530 down 14. ATIP is up 12 and a half cents again to 395.5. We're going for $4 or 396 on ATIP now. 1.47 million. Go, let's go. Smart Rent 1098. All right. Michael says, Hops, I have 155s expiring next week. I can just stay below that. Those are apples. I have 1,000 SoFi, says Kivinus. I am trying to be disciplined, not write more than 5 contracts at a time. Well, there you go. Whatever you want to do. I love the talking heads. Michael, as long as I'm in the money at 52.5, I'll be fine, says Hobbs. Obama, babe. Right. QYLD equals NASDAQ ETF with covered calls. Yeah, Jeff, I just don't follow it. I'm really not into it. Okay, Bruce, they coat the burgers with mustard before cooking, then cook in the mustard. Oh, I got to get one of these. I got to get a double cheese like this. I got to try this. This sounds pretty good. This sounds like really good. Oh, I got to try this. Okay, is it just regular mustard or is it hot, spicy? I think it's regular French's mustard, right? I would think, yeah. Okay. I like my fries old school with just salt, pepper, and ketchup to dip in. I like my fries extra crispy. I like them really done. I don't like them soft and just warmed up. I want crunchy French fries, and I got to order it that way the next time I do the cheese on top. I want the well done fries and then melt the cheese on top. How about that? It is the best concert movie ever made. They groove out so hard. Every song is their best version. I have no idea what Hops is talking about. Here it is. Odin's Pumpkin. Have you seen Stop Making Sense? I have no, I don't know. I haven't. I have no time. When am I going to do that? Damn it, Jim. Can we please have some Yoko in the Power Hour show? It's been so long. She's in storage in Calgary. I have 500 shares of SoFi and I'm writing 5 at a time. I guess I might need that discipline like the other guy. It's your call, kids. Up to you, however you want to do it. Oh, it sounds like too much mustard for me. Just yellow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Yellow mustard. Time isn't holding us. Time isn't after us as long as you write the covered call. Old school style had vinegar. Ooh, John, DQ mustard fried chicken is the best. He left her in Calgary. I did. When I was a kid, all the older people sprayed their fries down with malt vinegar. Yeah, I love the white vinegar on fry. I used to get fries extra crispy with then put vinegar and salt on it, like salt and vinegar potato chips. Yeah, yes, I have, and it was absolutely amazing. Says Odin's Pumpkin. John Anderson. Ooh, yeah. Use your smartphone, Bruce. Play the music. Hops. And Talking Heads concert movie from the 80s. Give it a watch, Uncle Bruce. It's awesome. And whatever. I love watching, you know what I love watching on YouTube? I love watching the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. And I really enjoy watching David Bowie and Annie Lennox singing Under Pressure. In front of 75,000 at Wembley Stadium. That was awesome. Yeah, the Freddie Mercury tribute. I like that. I also like the was it the 1985 concert for Oh gosh, you know what I'm talking about. It was in Wembley and in Philadelphia. It was the satellite. I really love watching those videos. Yeah, love Roxy Music studio versions. But anyway, yeah, lots of neat stuff. Thanks for all your perspective, everybody. Where are we at now? Have you not noticed that since Bruce moved and left Yoko in storage, the stocks he recommends have gone up? Leave Yoko in storage forever. And Love any Lennox. Let's see, fries with old boy, with Obey. What? Okay. Live Aid. Yeah, Live Aid. Love watching the Live Aid videos from way back when. Certain artists, certain songs. Love that. Yeah, love watching David Bowie doing Heroes live, and a bunch of his other stuff. Yeah, really cool. Really cool YouTubes out there about that. Okay, there you go. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are the stocks going? Uh, we've got Rocket Lab down a nickel. We've got SoFi up 12. GameStop 199.95 down 437. Matterport up 63 cents. ME down 62. Spired down 13. ATIP up 13 cents now to 195 and a half. Smart Rent up 83 to 1101. Sextera down 24 cents. AMC down 12. Robinhood up 153. Bannock up 345. Home Depot up 370. IBM down 49. Dow up 174. High today on the Dow. Microsoft up $4. Apple up almost $2. Tesla down $29. Royal Caribbean down $1.35. Goldman up $1.33. And Cisco up 24 cents to $57. That's where we're at right now, kids. That is where we're at right now on these markets. Okay. Thank you. Goldman stocks recovering. Let's go. Just good stuff. There you go. Okay. 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 Get close to the end of the show. Thank you for joining me today. Join me at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the last show of the week. We don't do Friday night trivia anymore. We're now doing Wednesday night live primetime showing with Uncle Bruce for members only on this channel. Join me Wednesday nights. Trivia is on Monday nights, 7 o'clock Eastern on Traveling with Bruce for members only. If you want to have some fun with trivia with me, Monday night, 7 o'clock Eastern is when we start that. Thank you, everybody, for joining me this whole week already. Thank you for the whole week of support again. Those of you watching the classes, thank you for doing that. Appreciate that. Hope you're getting a lot out of it. I think you are, because the comments I'm getting are getting smarter and smarter. You guys are learning the lingo. Fabulous. Thank you all for all of this. And thank you for your kind words, letting me know how you're doing. I'm really happy with how you guys are doing right now. Bought covered call AMC expiring today. Portfolio PG says total gain 99%, but market value says 250. Do I have a winning or losing trade here? Monk, I don't know what you did. What did you sell it for? What did you buy it back for? What? Monk, you're leaving me in the dark here, buddy. My grandma loved it. I don't know what this. Okay, thanks everybody. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Brucey, popping in for a gentle thumbing. Enjoy your weekend and good luck to all. Thanks, Austin. Thanks, buddy. You bought a covered call or you wrote one? What's going on? RIP Trivia Friday. Thanks, Uncle B. See you later. Catch you later. See you in a few later. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day, Uncle Bruce. Up there 130% on the year because of you. Thanks for everything you add on, buddy. Learning from Michael and Auntie, not writing Cisco calls with earnings next week. Let's see here. Brucey, I'm always learning so much here. Today I learned ITM means in the mustard. Thank you for the education. There you're figuring it out. In the mustard, out of the mustard. There you go. Wrote covered call. Sorry. Okay, Monk. So you wrote a covered call. What did you sell it for? What did you buy it back for? That should tell us whether you made money or not. Monk, it's pretty simple. Hops, good luck, everyone. Looks like things are going green for a sweet Friday. All thanks, says Auntie. Free Thinker McJones. What is the strike? What is the strike? DQ, laughing out loud, smooth wake. There you go. Thank you, everybody. All of you, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. We'll catch you this afternoon at 3 at 3 o'clock. Monk, 44. That doesn't help me. In the mustard, says AAZ. Craig, Uncle Bruce, your classes, are they downloadable? I can watch whenever? Yes. You can watch again and again and again. If you have any problems finding your classes, just send me a private email. I'll get you a link, and then you can watch it all you want. Zach, thanks, Bruce. Take care. All bagel for our family rules. Have a good day, Bruce. You got it, guys. We'll see you tonight, this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour of trading. Let's see how much richer you guys are going to get, because you deserve to get very, very, very rich. Okay? ATIP 397 up 14. Go! Matterport up 56. Go! Sofi up 20 cents. Go! Okay, there. I've done everything I can for you. Later, Bruce. You're in the money. Let it expire. Buy it back now. Pink Squad. Still not over that. I feel like the guy in the empty swimming pool. Good day, Uncle B. You have a winning bet so far. You're in the money. Let it expire or buy it back now. If it's coming up to expiring and you're in the money, buy it back now. Don't let it expire. Write another one and take advantage of the time that you're still using here. Have a great day. Have a great break. Thanks. Okay, bye. See you guys. Bye for now. See you later. Thank you. I'm out of here.